that was on Kickstarter. That game looks fucking amazing. Like it has this Octopath thing, but it's like the 3D backgrounds are like more realistic with the 2D sprites.
Yeah, Eludian Chronicles.
Yeah, I never know how to say it, so
nobody does. Nobody does. No, it's Euden.
Which one? The one that was showed at Microsoft's conference.
Yeah.
That game caught my eye too. How you say Euden? Euden? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw a video on it just now. Euden Chronicles. But like it's the guy who made Suikoden's doing it, and Suikoden is like one of the best RPGs ever made. So it's like, but like there's shit that pisses me off too. Like Squares just won't go back and just do Vagrant Story 2. Like Vagrant Story is a game that nobody's fucking played, or like very few people have played, and they're like they don't realize how amazing that fucking game is.
You know why they're probably scared that it might not translate, because maybe they drop it, they put a big budget behind it, and it comes out and it's not
Vagrant Story.
That's what they scared, man.
Vagrant Story is one of the man. That game's combat was some of the best combat.
Yeah, I know what game you're talking about. The one on the PS1, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
the combat, the story, the artwork, the colors, everything about that game is fucking great.
It seems like, honestly, Square is probably like sitting on a gold mine, because there's a lot of games that they can do it on like the Octopath Traveler type of art style that a lot of people would like go crazy for. I'm pretty sure if they did like games like Chrono Trigger, like that, even the older Final Fantasies.
Yeah,
they did that shit with the Dragon. They're doing it with Dragon Quest 3, and that looks incredible. Like,
yeah,
I never played that before, and I'm ready for that too. I'm definitely gonna check that out now. Yeah, man.
But like Chrono Trigger is so like near and dear to me. I don't want it touched.
Yeah, you be like that, bro. I'm all for the upgrades. Alex is like one of those guys. Like he's a super purist. When someone like touches this game, and you're complaining so hard about Resident Evil 2, saying that they shouldn't even do that. But that game is like freaking amazing.
Resident Evil 2, the original, hot take, OG RE2 is better than OG remake. Period.
Well, today.
Period. Today.
I don't know.
If you were to play RE2 OG today and then play RE2 remake, you'd be like, oh, why am I in this damn orphanage? Stupid. Claire's story is fucking dumb. This makes no sense. And you play RE2 OG and you're like, this game is fucking amazing. Everything about it is perfect. It's like Terminator 2. Everything is excellent.
Yeah, you got those tank controls.
But the controls. Come on.
I mean, I love both of them, but I could see why newer gamers would.
I played Resident Evil 2 2 years ago for the first time in my life, and I was fine with the controls. It's not a big deal. Everybody complains about it.
I'm pretty sure, obviously, you get used to it, but I'm just saying, like, hey, look how amazing, like, RE2 Remake turned out to be, and, the developers clearly put in so much work with that, and I felt like that was an incredible experience, too. I'm not taking anything away from Resident Evil 2 Remake. I think that was incredible. If they could honestly deliver some of these remakes to the level of quality of that, I'm for it, man. I'm for it. Bring it. Remake some of these classic games, man. Because we always have the OG games there, right? So, you know what I mean? We always have the OG games there. So who cares if they drop a new remake? Why not? You have the old one and you have the new one now.
Wasn't there one who was doing this where they would release the new version and then remove the old version? Some publisher was doing that. I think I don't know. I remember if it was like EA or Square.
I feel like I know what you're kind of talking about. Even like Microsoft has a situation with what they did with Halo Combat Evolved, where they kind of fucked up the. I don't know if you know about this one, RGT. You probably heard the story, but Combat Evolved, they messed it up when they re-released it on the 360. There's like comparison shots between the original Xbox version one and the 360 version, and apparently like they totally butchered the art style with the 360 version one. And so a lot of people were definitely upset about that. They wanted it to get fixed in the Master Chief Collection, but I think what's up with like developers losing like source codes and stuff? That seems to be like happening a lot. They be losing the hell out of this shit, man. Why are they losing their own shit? Like even with the Ninja Gaiden situation too, like they're losing their own source codes and stuff, man.
So Chad told me it was Warcraft 3 Reforged, where Reforged from Blizzard, that's what it was. So Warcraft 3 Reforged, they remade Warcraft 3, and then they totally removed the original Warcraft 3 from the store. You couldn't even play OG Warcraft 3 anymore. Yeah. They got rid of it completely.
See, I'm not opposed. So pretty much, I'm not opposed to the remakes as long as you know, the originals is there, and as long as you guys treat it, the developers treat it with care. Yo, go ahead, man. Bring some of these classics back. I'm all for it. To be honest, I'm not really.
Old
Even if it's a
games
game
are
that's
better than new games.
even though if it's a game near and dear to my heart, I don't think I'm opposed to seeing. I've always said this too. I always wanted like a Mario 64 remake. Yo, I don't care. I love that game to heaven. That'd be so amazing if they kind of created that like with modern like hardware. That would be so cool, man. I'm definitely not opposed to that.
Fuck you, RGT. I just seen your tweet, you bitch.
What did he say?
Some Nets fan named J-Main518. Hey, yo, where you think I was at just now for the past 10 minutes? I've been praying to the basketball guys to think we can pull this win out tonight.
I got the game up on the second screen.
I'm shitting bricks right now.
Good.
Understand the pain I'm going through. What's good? My fault for being late there. I apologize.
It's all good.
On time,
man.
2 weeks in a row, then right back to being
you know,
late.
you the superstar, J man. So you know what I mean. You come late, man. Mr. Hollywood,
man. You know what I'm saying? hey, shout out to the fans, old and new. I appreciate the support and love. You know what I mean? It's reciprocal. It's reciprocal. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're here, man. We're here. So
Absolutely.
You get your camera, honestly, y'all chat it up.
yeah,
I'm gonna take a bathroom break real quick before we even officially get started. Hold up.
You go pee pee or poo poo?
He about to go take a shit.
What the fuck?
What's good? How we feeling?
Oh man.
What up?
Was it
What a
E3
week.
fantastic? Wasn't it amazing?
It was something. It was something.
What a week.
Oh man, RGT, you doing the world tour this weekend?
Yeah, I'm doing tonight this show. Tomorrow night I'm doing Mooch's podcast. Saturday I'm doing Spawncast. Sunday I'm doing my buddy's podcast. So stay busy.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Crass versus
Yep, Class versus Crass.
Dude, his channel blew up crazy with Monster Hunter, man.
Yes, it really did. Like
I don't like the algorithm blessed him, and he was just like, "We're doing this
what
thing."
he did was he made a video talking about the Monster Hunter Rise demo, and he was like, he didn't really like it because he never really played a Monster Hunter before. And
Yeah.
like the Monster Hunter community found it and was like talking to him, like, no, you should give it a chance. And somehow he just got like indoctrinated into this Monster Hunter community that evidently exists. And then ever since then, like they all love him because he changed
It's
his mind.
huge.
Yeah.
Dude, his one video got like 50,000 views or something like that, and
Yeah.
he jumped from like 4K subs to like 35K subs in like 2
God
weeks.
damn.
It was nuts. And then like
So
on
now the
Twitch, he
question
was
is he
streaming.
stuck with Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Yes, he's stuck with Monster Hunter.
I mean, that ain't too terrible. Monster Hunter is a pretty decent franchise, but
Yeah.
shit.
So he was streaming on Twitch. He had like over 200 people watching his stream. Like the second he started, people were like teaching him what to do.
I went
He
in
did
there
like
once, and
diaries.
there was like 500 people in there. I was like, why the fuck are there 500 people watching you? He's like, shut up. This is my thing. These are my people. I'm like, all right.
I might have to do that for Battlefield. Like, I don't know about this game, guys. You know, I kind of been a fan of the old school World War II era. This modern stuff is not for me. Teach me the ropes.
You gotta get like a
Deep
niche,
down, I
like,
fucking love it.
like Battlefield's too mainstream, right? You got to get like a niche sort of like little thing that people are really fucking intense about. So like Souls would be good because people are really passionate about Souls. Or like if you did like really weird ass games like 4X games like Total War, you'd be like, I'm never gonna fuck, because you would never play Total War. You never
Diablo
would.
2 would be one, actually.
Diablo 2 would be the other one that you should pick, like, because you would never like, you're like,
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Shin Megami Tensei
Oh
would be the
yeah,
other
that would
one.
be my first SMT game, actually.
Yeah.
Like people who are really really passionate, that's where you want to like get into that niche if you really want to try it. If you're just gonna fake it, they're gonna sniff you out and you're gonna get caught.
Yeah. Nah, SMT though. I mean, we'll talk about it, but yeah.
So
Somebody said Kofi ain't wash his hands. Nice.
Why would you need to wash your hands if you got a clean dick? Think about it.
You muted, Kofi.
My bad. You know what's crazy? I was on Six Buzz, and Alex talking about clean dicks. Pause. And this is pretty much a news site, Toronto news site, and they posted an article and saying 1 in 5 men they wash their dick twice a week. I'm like, yo,
What?
Mans
a
are
week?
disgusted. I'm like, what?
You don't take a
I'm like,
shower? That means you take a shower twice a week?
No, that's what's so weird. I'm like, yo, nah. I sent this to my girl. I'm like, yo, that's crazy as hell. Oh, well, not
No
my
wonder
girl.
Canada's
I
still on
can't.
lockdown.
Wait, hold
It's not
up,
your
hold up,
girl
J-Man.
anymore.
Wait, hold up,
Nasty
J-Man.
fucks.
Hey, J-Man, I can't say my girl no more. My fiance.
Correct that.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, check
Yes,
yourself before you
sir.
wreck yourself with that.
So if you guys haven't heard the news, you know, your boy popped the question, man. Your boy is officially getting married
Yes,
in
sir.
a year's time, within a year. So that's good news, man.
Congratulations, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. Shout out to everyone
Yes, sir.
on Twitter. You know, y'all showed me a lot of love on Twitter, telling me congrats. I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? Someone said RIP PSP. Nah, PSP is gonna still go up. Don't worry, guys. The life ain't over, man. Life ain't over. Not until I have a baby.
Now
Then
you
maybe.
know what it is. You know what is over. No more of Kofi being skeptical with games, so he's not gonna buy shit like Godfall for the PS5 and not play the shit. You know what I mean? Oh, that's finally gonna stop now. Now he's gonna start looking at $70 games like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute.
Hey, man. So I appreciate everyone who, you know, sent me a message or anything like that, man. I really do appreciate that, man. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, man. It's gonna be a good episode today. Shout out to all the first-time listeners. We here. We're gonna go ahead and introduce our very first guest, our one and only guest today. Actually, he's been on the podcast before, but I think the last time he's been on the podcast was probably like 2 years ago. It's been some time. Well,
Yeah, it's been a
RGT,
minute.
man, say what up.
What's up? Thank you for having me on. Glad to be here. Obviously, a lot of stuff to talk about. Looking forward to talking about it.
Yeah, big shout out to RGT for pulling up, man. And our panel. Say what up, Alex.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the podcast this evening. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to be here with us. Look, I got to tell you something, right? I'm at 7,975 subs. We're 25 away from 8K.
Let's make it happen.
Unreal.
Let's make it happen, man.
Unreal.
Make it happen.
Daily
Stream
content.
right here.
Daily content, live
sir.
streams, gameplay, streaming the series all the time on the channel.
And
Check
Alex,
it out.
man, where's the link?
What's that?
Where's the link? Where's the link?
Oh, the link is in the description down
In
below.
the description, man. So go ahead, man, and subscribe to my boy Alex.
Some of these other guys make content.
How do I block that?
But anyways, patreon.com/pressstartpod if you want to support the podcast, all of us here. And also tomorrow marks 53 weeks of being in silver in CSGO. It's been over a year
3 weeks.
and we're still in silver. So come on down and enjoy the show tomorrow night.
Jack,
Oh, man.
say what up to the people, man.
What's good? What's popping, man? What's good? Hey, man, E3. I'm sad this week, man. We gotta talk about E3, man. I'm tired of talking about E3. I don't even think the E3 wanted to be there this week, right? So we're gonna get into it. What's good, y'all?
And last but not least, J Main, say what up to the people.
Oh man, all right. Definitely. What's good, everybody? J Main, of course, back checking in with the podcast. Let's go Nets, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know it's a big game for us. Actually, I say it's a must win because other than that, I might catch a heart attack and die if we have to deal with this team for another game. So, Fame, somebody please block Fame in the chat. I think that's a fake account. So please block Fame in the chat. He's
really?
he's obviously delusional. So man, let's get to these topics, man. Let's
Oh, is he talking about the Nets? Is that why?
Yeah, somebody must have hacked his account.
Look, he called me a god, so I think that's the real Fame. It's fine.
All right, yo, what's everyone playing, man? RGT, yo, what you been playing lately?
Playing Ratchet and Clank. I think I'm almost
Yes,
done
sir.
with it. I'm at the I just finished the pirate ship thing.
You're
so
close.
I think I'm nearing the end of it. I ended up picking up Strange Brigade on the Switch, which
boy.
was announced during E3. You know what? I don't hate it. I don't hate it because I like the Mummy movie from 1999 and Indiana Jones, and it kind of feels like that. I could see it getting repetitive, but it runs pretty deep. Rebellion usually does pretty good jobs on Switch games, and the version of the game actually runs really well. So I've been playing some of that. I need to play Game Garage Builder, whatever the hell it's called. I literally just bought it and it's just sitting there. I just want to play the mini games that people are making because they're making some crazy stuff. But that's pretty much been it.
Okay. J-Main, what you been playing?
Definitely just Ratchet and Clank at the moment. So, put like 4 or 5 hours into that. Live streamed it all so far. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if we get into that, but I'm absolutely loving the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Visuals look fantastic. Playing on performance ray tracing mode. So it looks really good. Yeah.
J-Man,
So
they're
that's what I've
gonna
been
they
doing.
gonna slander me today, man. The PlayStation man's ain't gonna be happy with me today, bro.
Uh-oh.
They ain't gonna be happy with me today, man. So since you know RGT, and I'm pretty sure Jackson will bring up Ratchet and Clank, he's playing that too. I finished the game, got the platinum, very easy platinum, so it's nothing to obviously brag about. It's probably the easiest Ratchet and Clank platinum there is. It's even easier than the other games, and the other games were easy, right? So it's definitely a participation trophy. But I will say, once you get past the graphics in Ratchet and Clank, Jamie, once you get past the eye candy, it's a good game. It's good. It's not great. I'm sorry. It's a good game, but it's not great to me. After I sat down and like really thought about, like, obviously the new mechanics they added to the game is a great addition. With the obviously now he got the little the dash, and the traversal has improved. But I don't know. Maybe I felt like, with the side missions, the optional quests that were there, it was a little bit bare bones too. You know what I mean? I felt like for a next generation Ratchet and Clank, right, only on PS5, maybe they should have expanded it a little bit more. Maybe the scale of the game should have been a little bit bigger. Don't get it twisted. The graphics are beautiful. It's probably one of the best looking games I've ever played. But I don't know. I just can't shake this feeling after finishing it. I was like, it's pretty straightforward type of like experience. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess I wanted more. Like, the story was cool too, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to fully express myself. Yeah. But what were you saying, RGT?
The rift mechanic, I feel like it's not that big of a deal when you actually play the game. Like, all it does is it brings you to a different section of where you're supposed to be. It's not like it's cool from a technological standpoint, but I think they could have done a lot more with that mechanic, like switching in and out of different areas, like completely different areas, more so than just, you're gonna move up to this little ledge over here that you could see. Like, I don't know. And the little weird puzzle things where you have the orb balls and you throw the balls and like they get weighted and stuff like that. I don't like those at all. They feel like it feels like filler to me.
You know
the
what?
Ones with Clank
RGT?
you're talking about?
Because with Clank, first of all, if you play Jack, you played a Crack in Time?
No, I get it though.
Okay, because look, for the people in the chat, the people who played a Crack in Time in the chat, like even Clank's missions, when you were doing like it seemed like the puzzle seemed a little bit more, like even more intuitive and better, where you had to like reverse time and stuff like that, and have like clones of yourself and doing all sorts of crazy shit with a Crack in Time. I felt like that was a little like the gameplay in that was just better though. You know what I mean? Like the gameplay was better in that. I saw someone in the chat saying like they played it safe, and I think those are probably the words that I'm looking for. Yeah, I felt like they played it extremely safe. The game was very straightforward. Once again, I think this happens to me frequently too. Once you get over like the hump of like just the eye candy and how beautiful the game is, which is damn beautiful, but the game, you start to see that the gameplay is it's just okay. The gameplay is okay. I feel like they could have done more with it. They could have expanded on this franchise more. Maybe more side missions, better puzzles in the game. I don't know, man. But I enjoyed my playthrough. Don't get it twisted. I'm not anywhere saying that the game is not good or it's not good. It's a great game, or it's a good game. But I felt, I don't know, after getting the platinum, and I felt that like, you know what? I still feel like Resident Evil 8 is still like my best game I've played so far. Just let me put in that. I might even go as far and say I think Returnal is still better than Ratchet and Clank as well. I think I enjoyed Returnal more, personally. And this is all personal opinion. You know what I mean?
Who else's opinion would it be?
Exactly, right? So if you enjoyed Ratchet more than the games I just named, that's cool, man. And I respect your opinion. But just me, I think I had a more enjoyment playing Returnal than Ratchet, to be honest. And it's just my personal opinion. But Jet, what you been playing?
I have also been playing Ratchet Clank Rift Apart. Feel like I'm getting close to the end. I like the game. I don't have nothing negative to say about it. All the positives I got to say about the game have already been said ad nauseum. They've been spoken about, so it's not a reason to even retread over them. I really like the set pieces in the game. Those are dope.
Very cinematic game too, right?
Yeah,
Game is
very
extremely-
cinematic. I
very
love how
cinematic.
cinematic. I love how cinematic the game is. A lot of cutscenes. I fuck with stuff like that. Only negative I really could say about the game, to be honest, is like a lot of reuse, I guess, mini bosses. But I really don't give a fuck, to be honest, because like I spoke about this the other day. People were saying like, God of War, how many times we gonna fight the same troll? How many times we gonna fight? This game got a lot of that too, though. You know what I mean? And I ain't seeing nobody complain about this, but
I definitely thought about it, but I didn't think it was worth mentioning though.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
why?
another
You know why? Real quick, because since you brought that up, I feel like when people play a God of War, I think they expect more boss fights, than maybe like a game, a style than Ratchet. You know what I mean? That's why maybe it stuck out for more. It stuck out more in a game like God of War because remember, coming off 3. We came off 3 where you fought like Poseidon, Zeus, you know what I mean? All these crazy, so many different bosses, right? So going into God of War 2018 and not having that, obviously people are going to say, the boss fights in God of War 2018 was not as lit as God of War 3. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe that's why people are not having that sort of same energy, you would say, with Ratchet and Clank. You know what I mean?
I did see a few people bringing that up on the timeline, but like I said, I'm so early, I don't even know if I came across a second boss fight yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of repeats low key in Ratchet as well. But I never really thought of Ratchet Clank to be the boss, the dope, super crazy boss fight game. You know what I mean? Like I never really looked at Ratchet like that. So maybe that's why nobody's complaining.
I think where they missed the opportunity with this game personally is I feel like, and then there's so many weapons and shit in the game. I feel like Ratchet and River should have had. They play like damn. They play identical, right? So it's like a parallel universe, right? So they the same. Yeah. I just feel like they could have did something where they either had different weapons or something to differentiate the gameplay, right? Because if you playing as River, you playing as Ratchet, it's the same shit, man. It's not too much different. I really kind of don't like that, but it's a great game. It's a very good game.
Now I'm thinking about it. If I have criticisms for this game, I wish it had more puzzles. I wish I had more puzzles in the game, and I also wish that it probably had more optional quests to do. Because I felt like the optional quests in this game was extremely light.
Yeah.
Even in comparison to like other Ratchet games, it seemed like the optional quest was very, very light. But yeah, Jack, you been playing anything else?
Nah, I think that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Alex, what you been on?
I've been playing The Outer Wilds.
Okay, I heard
It's
of that.
It's an indie game from a couple years ago. You're in space. You're part of a different sort of like alien race. And you basically have 22 minutes to solve the mystery of your solar system. So think of like No Man's Sky, but instead of it being empty and boring, there's actually clues and a mystery going on that you actually have to solve while you're playing the game. The thing is, after 22 minutes, the entire solar system gets destroyed, it resets, and then you have to go from back to where you were before. There are some things that stay logged up as well. So you do get your log and you get to go back and find things out. But you're basically reading about previous races of aliens that are going through. Like I put a video on it about that this morning. It's really, really cool. It's got a lot of banjo in the soundtrack. So if you like banjo, that's there too. Think of it as like going camping in space, and you're like on this like really weird steampunk, kind of spaceship. Everything's really rickety. Nothing really works right. And then you're trying to guide it so you have your X, Y, and Z axis that you're trying to do in space. There's momentum, there's velocity. So you have to be very careful of how you land your spaceship, sort of like Kerbal Space Program. But it's a really wild-ass game, and I really, really thought it was really special. But I'm only like at the very tip of the iceberg. I've only had a couple of loops, but it's a super cool fucking game. If you were disappointed with No Man's Sky in the beginning, check this out. If you have like an itch for like space travel, this is definitely a cool game to check. It's more of like a, let's just say you should imbibe in the gifts of Mother Earth before you play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the wacky tobacco.
Smoke a lot of weed and then you play the game. Yeah, there you go. I think that's going to be the best way to enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so before we dive deep into E3 conversations and go over like the conferences and what we liked and what we didn't like, what's going on with this Blue Box Game Studio situation? Does anyone have any information on this? Does
Oh
anyone know
man.
about this? You know about this,
Yeah, I know a
Jamie?
little
I know
something
what you're
something
talking
about it.
about.
Okay, so
So
all right, yeah, break it down for us, please.
yeah, so I want to say what was it like in April or something like that? There was a game that was announced and revealed on the PlayStation blog, and it had a teaser trailer called Abandon. And when you look at the teaser trailer, it looks like this horror survival game.
I do remember
The first person, you see the character kind of holding the gun, but a lot of the images were like in the woods, trees, kind of like foggy looking type of atmosphere. And so people didn't know what to make of it. Like, where the hell did this come from? Who is this from? It's mad random. It has a blog post and everything on PlayStation website. Like, who is this? So when you actually read the blog post, it's funny because it says that the game is in like early or pre-production or some shit like that. But then when you watch the trailer at the end, it says Q4 2021, as if like that's supposed to be the release date of the game. So right off the bat, it was already like a red flag. Like, how the hell is the game supposed to be coming out, but also in pre-production at the same time? So then when you go like dive a little bit deeper into who made the game, it's this studio called Blue Box Game Studios, and this game director named Hassan Karaman or Karaman. I might be mispronouncing that. He literally has like no history in the gaming industry. I think people even pulled up like a LinkedIn or something like that, and like there's nothing there. This studio is like pretty much blank. Nobody has ever heard of them. They claim that they are like this kind of like a support studio, or like they get support from other studios coming in to help them with this game. So it was a lot of red flags there. And then when you look at their Twitter account, a lot of people have like made comparisons to Kojima back when he did that little Moby Dick. Was this Moby Dick Studios or
Yeah,
something like that?
for the Phantom Pain. Okay.
For the Phantom Pain game. And like, so a lot of the tweets are like very cryptic. A lot of them are like, guess the name of the game. First letter is S, last letter is L. A lot of people thought maybe that's hitting at Silent Hill. This Twitter account did come out and say they're not affiliated with Konami. Silent Hill is Konami. They don't have any relationships with Kojima. It was never their intention to like hint at this being Silent Hill, and they apologize. But then it's just like other things that lead to people to believe that this is either Kojima or something Silent Hills related. Like, I think they said Karaman in another language, maybe Turkish, translates to is it either Kojima or Hideo, one of them.
Yeah,
and,
it's like I think it's Hideo or Kojima.
Oh,
one
so-
of those two.
so
But
you
I
think-
saw that tweet rolling around. Yeah.
So you
Right.
think it's a Phantom Pain situation going on? How about if this is like some big troll account doing like this whole plan just to screw with people though? Could be a
I mean,
possibility.
Great.
It definitely could be, but the way that they're going about it is just like 1 minute they're like, nah,
They're
we're not
teasing,
affiliated with Kojima. And then the next minute they're like, oh yeah, guess what? Guess what the game starts with S or L. I mean S and last letter L. It's like, come on, like y'all kind of know what y'all doing here. And then they're doing some weird shit where they're pretty much the abandoned trailer. There's supposed to be a trailer app that's available to download on the PS5 on June 20th. It's like a real-time trailer. You can experience all the trailers in real time on PS5. It's like just weird shit like that. Like, who does that for a trailer? Like, why would you have to download an app on the PS5 to watch a trailer? Like, it just reeks of Kojima, like stuff that he did with PT being a playable teaser and stuff like that. And then at the end revealing that, oh shit, this game is actually Silent Hill.
J-Man,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of smoke for Silent Hill the past couple of years.
Yes.
You would say, right? There's a lot of smoke. So something usually when there's smoke,
absolutely.
there's some sort of fire. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And with this situation, this Blue Box game is pulling a troll, like you said with Metal Gear Solid with the Phantom Pain. But maybe a Silent Hill's in the works. But if Kojima is behind this, does that mean that he's rekindled or like they've repaired the relationship with Konami for him to work on it? Because I swear it was bad blood when it came to
yeah,
Kojima
right.
and Konami,
Oh,
right? RGT.
yeah, that's because he left in the middle of Metal Gear Solid 5, and that's why that game. I mean, that game was kind of a
Wasn't
shit show to
finished.
begin with in the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Right.
that story was just completely all over the rails. But yeah, I mean, that would have to be because Silent Hill belongs to Konami. And the thing about it is, Blue Box Game Studios, they made this tweet that says, "Guess the name. Abandon equals first letter S, last letter L." And so everyone was like, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill,
Because
right?
and then they made up a follow tweet. They were like, oh no, it's not Silent Hill. We have no relations to Konami. And it's like, well, what the fuck did you think people were gonna say? A horror game that begins with S and
Right.
ends with L. I have no fucking like. I don't know. It is a very weird situation. But
Yes.
I mean, time and money, heal wounds. So I could see
That's true.
Kojima, potentially
Yep.
working with Konami again if there's money to be made. So.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking.
true.
Death Stranding ain't all that great.
Right, I was
That's
thinking
true.
like maybe PlayStation and Konami were speaking about because I think it was like well known that Konami wants to do something with their IP, and maybe PlayStation was like maybe we could do something with Silent Hill since I think it was like former devs that used to be a part of Japan Studio had created Silent Hill or something weird along those lines, and maybe they were like we have somebody that could do it, but of course they had to restrained relationship. Maybe they repaired it at least for this IP, and they can work on it. Like PlayStation has creative freedom on what they want to do with this IP, as long as Konami makes their money back and sees return on their investment. You can give it to whoever the fuck you want to give it to.
And it would be super smart because Konami hasn't done shit with their IPs like Castlevania, Contra,
Right.
Silent Hill in forever. Might as well make some money off of it. If somebody else is doing the legwork, you just got to license it out. Why not?
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
it's and the last I think one of their recent tweets that they tweeted out has said I think they said, which perspective would you prefer to play in? First person, third person, or both as options? And I think we know that PT was first person. I don't know if Silent Hill was supposed to be first person as well, or if they were like teasing kind of third person by showing Norman Reedus and stuff like that, but I know Death Stranding is third person and stuff. I don't know. It's just
Yeah. So I guess we gotta wait and see how it plays out. If it's a real thing or it's or it could be a surprise game that they're teasing, right? But it's just not Silent Hill though, right? Just could be something totally different, right? So you know what?
Yeah.
All I hope is Kojima's next project is a horror game. That's all I hope. I don't care if it has the title Silent Hill. I just want it to be a horror game because I feel like what he could come up with, he could probably do something crazy in that genre, and I would love to see it. I would definitely love to see Kojima tackle that. So yeah, and I wanted to do one more topic. Actually, no, fuck it. Let's get into it. E3 2021. All right, before we go through the conferences one by one and talk about the good and the bad, a lot of bad. How did it feel with the return of E3, J Main? How would you say? Were you excited for it going into it? You were, right?
we're excited for certain conferences, but overall, I didn't really give a fuck about the whole it being E3 aspect. It was just like I wanted to see certain things from certain conferences, and that's what I was excited about. But to me, I said last year when the E3 was pretty much dead, or the year before, like we don't need E3 anymore. These companies can come out and do their own conferences at their own pace on their own time without these E3 deadlines. And I think this year actually showed that a lot. Like I think we're gonna get, but you saw people show up there that didn't need to be there, point blank, period.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Jack, going into E3. Your anticipation wasn't too high, right? You weren't really too excited because PlayStation wasn't there number one. I think if PlayStation was going to be at 3, you would have definitely been a little bit more excited, right? Would you say?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's your preferred console, which is fine. So you're going in there just to see what the other people got, and now that E3 is over, what do you think? Broad thing. What do you think?
Actually, a little bit worse than I expected. We had a conference. The last conference at E3 was fucking 7 minutes long, which is ridiculous. Yeah, it was a 7-minute long conference. Who was that? Was it Bandai Namco?
Namco.
Yeah. They had a 7-minute conference.
I didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
I didn't watch
Limited Run had the best conference to me personally. They showed
Limited Run was awesome.
They had the best conference, yo, and
really, I didn't watch that either.
Man.
So we'll go through the games.
City game.
I didn't really see what they announced though. But yeah.
Other than that, it was horrible, man.
Yeah. How about you, RGT? Going in, were you excited?
From a business perspective, fuck yeah, because I
Yeah,
knew I
right.
was gonna be able to make a shit ton of videos and get some good
right?
views.
Yeah.
From a consumer perspective, I tried to keep my expectations low, and somehow like companies like Capcom and Square Enix, they managed to go even below that. So
chaos.
it was interesting.
Yeah, I knew I came on the podcast. I said, yo, Nintendo and Microsoft are gonna have the. I think we all pretty much knew, because I remember, I think it was the episode how Hard 8 was on, and you were 10. He was going in saying that he wanted it. He was expecting greatness, and I'm like, low key.
Yeah.
I think we are going over some of the people like Warner Brothers, and low key I even hyped myself up. I thought, yo, maybe they'll get a show Justice League, Gotham Knights. They didn't show. We didn't get a peep of none of those games, man. None of those games popped in there. That was sad. That was sad to see, especially since those games are supposedly coming out next year, and they didn't talk about it. Now I guess they're not ready. The whole pandemic, everyone's making games remotely. So I guess a lot of these guys weren't ready. So the two major shows that we're gonna save for a little bit later. I would say put out good shows, but the rest, god damn, it's horrendous. All right, so let's start off with Ubisoft. Let's start off with Ubisoft.
Let's not.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
Man.
All right, so Ubisoft, man. Go ahead, Alex. What you say, something?
What? Yo, who gives Ubisoft money? Who
Yo,
buys their
people,
games?
people buy their games.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
They always have like the top selling games every year too. That's what's crazy.
People buy their games, man. Don't
Bro,
listen.
I'll
I'm not a fan.
no
I'm not a
reason.
fan of a lot of Ubisoft games as of like today, like 2020 and like modern Ubisoft games. But once in a while, they might drop like a gem or there. But people fuck with their games heavy, from the Far Cry to Assassin's Creed.
Facts.
Even
I get Rainbow Six Siege has a very dedicated esports scene. I get it, right? I get that Assassin's Creed somehow, some way, still makes
people love that
financial
shit.
revenue.
People love that shit.
I do not understand it, right?
Yeah.
Everything else they have is actual garbage, and I don't know why anyone would buy any of their games. It's shocking to me. Besides Mario Rabbids, the new one that's coming out, that was actually on Nintendo. Was it on Ubisoft stage? I don't even remember.
It was Ubisoft's finisher.
So Ubisoft stage, that's great to see. That's awesome. That's great there that Nintendo's letting them do it again. It's going to be even better. That's one game that they've put out that's actually good. Everything else is actual trash. And TV commercials in the middle of their presentation, like
I didn't even watch it, so I don't know how exactly it went. So you're saying they had like was it as bad as Summer Games Fest where they would stop like after like one announcement and do a whole concert and like, yo, bro, like where's the games, bro?
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
It was just like weird ass TV commercials. But also like Ubisoft is the king of cringe. Okay. Because remember the long time ago, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember this. There's a guy called Mr. Caffeine, and he was also on the Ubisoft stage. And then who else did they have? That other comedian from Talk Soup.
Oh, I remember exactly what you're Joel McHale.
Joel McHale, and he just cringed the whole fucking time. And then what's her name from Archer, talking about her lady cock the whole time. She's like, "Oh, I forgot a lady boner," and it's like, "All right, you got one joke, great, keep going." It like they're just so fucking cringe. How do you like stop giving Ubisoft money, people?
Yeah, man. So let's quickly go over some of the titles that they showed. So I think we finally got a real title for the new Rainbow Six game. It's called Extraction.
Yep.
I didn't watch this trailer. So is anyone here play Rainbow Six like that? I haven't played Rainbow Six since the 360. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Since the GRA back in the day.
Same here.
Yeah, I haven't played no Rainbow
You
Six.
said GRA? Oh, that's not Rainbow Six.
Fuck that. That's Ghost Recon. Yeah, I guess I don't play no Rainbow Six. Like, it's not a good Rainbow
You might
Six.
be thinking of Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was on 360.
Yeah, I feel like I played one of them joints, yo.
Yeah.
Was it
They
Vegas?
used to be about-
Vegas? It's
they
probably
probably
Vegas that I
used to be
played.
about books. They used to be based on Tom Clancy books. Now they're just like
Yeah,
Tom
yeah, yeah.
Clancy's
I don't-
dead. They're like, all right, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want with his name.
I've never
This
been
is
like
it.
a big Rainbow Six guy, so
like
it's
the
not
original
really my
one
thing.
was like the original one was crazy because like there was nothing out on, especially on consoles and stuff when they ported it over to consoles. Like there was nothing like it on there. It was just like it was like a realistic sort of breach game, and it was really fun. But I mean, just over the years, it's gotten so crazy, and it's like there's so many of them, and it's like, why are we aliens? Is this the next logical progression for the franchise? And I did not like how they did a CGI trailer, and then they talked a little bit, and then they showed the gameplay trailer. I don't need that CGI trailer.
Yeah.
Show me the gameplay trailer, and the gameplay trailer looked nowhere near as good as that CGI trailer did. It was like, come on, man.
Okay,
You're
so
wasting my time.
I'm trying to understand what this game is. So if you guys know anything about it, you guys could let me know. So I'm watching the trailer now. Is this like a single player type of campaign, or is it going to be like Siege where it's like some sort of like PV everyone or like PvP? Like, what is this supposed to be?
It's squad based. You have
It's a squad based
you and two other people, and you're doing all the missions and stuff online.
Online,
Yep.
so
Like a co-op.
It's like
game.
it's a co-op experience. Is there going to be
Absolutely.
confirmed like PvP in this one? Or this
No, I
is
don't
like
think so.
okay,
think
so
so.
this
I
one's
think
this might
told,
be
so it's not really
Yeah.
a sequel to Siege or anything like that, right?
No.
It's like
No,
its
no,
own
no.
it's its own separate game. But when did
Yep,
Rainbow
yep.
Six have like aliens and I don't remember
Never.
it.
Because
Rainbow
they're
Six
doing like a little like side thing for it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like a
okay.
spin-off kind of Siege because
Spin-off.
it has like the operate. I think they're called operators or whatever the specialists are called in Siege. I think they have like you have access to some of those characters or characters like those, and so you get the destruction, the precise gameplay, the gadgets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I'm
alien zombies
looking-
are your target enemies.
Yeah, I'm looking at the footage for the first time, and this is looking like a big skip. Big skip. I don't know. I'm not rolling so far.
Y'all gonna be playing in the Discord, man.
Jack, you
Yep.
be
You guys will be playing in the
you
Discord.
be
I
you
give
be
that.
you be saying that, but like not really. You see, our Discord be
Nah,
playing
y'all be
nowadays.
playing
We
some
ain't be playing
bullshit.
Nah, cut it out.
Nah,
We
man,
definitely
I
ain't gonna be
play
playing
that
that shit. So the next game they showed was
Somebody
Rock
clip that?
Smith
Can we clip that?
Plus.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, someone clip that. Rocksmith Plus. I guess if you're interested in learning the guitar, I think that's what it is, right? One of those.
Yep.
You learn how to
Yeah.
play the guitar. Okay, no one cares. Riders Republic. I don't even know what this is myself. Is this like
It's like a weird Pilot Wings ish game. Like there's like a bunch of different stuff. There's like bikes,
Oh,
like
I'm
mountain
seeing this now.
bikes, and like you can fly and stuff. To me,
RGT? It looks
I-
bad, man. It looked bad.
I kind of liked a little bit of it, but the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, this is going to be a microtransaction to hell game because
Yeah.
they don't say what's in what you're actually getting in the game. They just show you all the different types of stuff, and it's like, ooh yeah, with that online aspect of it that they keep touting, I feel like that's going to be. I mean, it's the game I would never play. Maybe pick it up for like $5-10, but I feel like it'd
Yeah.
be microtransaction to hell.
Yeah. So
we
far,
good
from
on
what I'm
this.
seeing, I think I'm good on Riders Republic too. They announced what? What's this?
Wait, is this a
Thieves?
sequel?
Of
Or
what?
is this like a? Oh no, it's not a sequel. Okay, I thought it was a sequel.
Evidently,
say
it's been
Riders
in like open beta, and like this is the first time I'd ever heard of the game. Was watching this, but evidently they've had a beta going on for it.
Okay.
Yeah, we good.
They announced Just Dance 2022. I'm not gonna slander Just Dance because somehow this game, sells millions of copies still, and
Slander it.
children absolutely love it. Like my niece and nephew love Just Dance, right? So the funny thing, they don't even buy the games. They watch the videos on YouTube.
And
Y'all
just
have
follow
family
that?
members? Yeah, they just watch the videos on YouTube, bro. Like honestly, I've actually thought about making a Just Dance channel because go look at them views, just the videos of Just Dance J-Main. Go look at them views. Over millions by people just recording the Just Dance choreography, bro. And my nieces and nephews love that shit, yo.
Oh,
I
damn.
guess-
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not lying, bro. Yo, it might become a Just Dance content creator. You want to blow up, man? You don't know, man.
That's what Amaranth did. Amaranth did that in like a pair of booty shorts and a halter top, and she's
Oh,
making
she was outta
millions
here.
a day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. The kids love Just Dance, yo. So I'm not mad at anyone who cares. Something that I'm personally not interested in. Watch Dogs, Legion, Bloodline. So it looks like this is a expansion from Aiden Pearson being in the game.
Fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
So yeah, this
Yo,
Does
this
anybody
is-
actually like? Does anybody actually like Watch Dogs? Like seriously?
literally,
You know
Kids
what?
was the only person I know that
You
beat
know
that game.
what? The first, you know what? I played the first one. I think I bought it on
liked the
PS4,
first
but I
one.
didn't. But I didn't finish it. But I bought it years later on PC, and I actually played it to the end. And I'm like, yo, this shit wasn't half bad. Then I tried playing
really
the second
wasn't.
one. Yeah, I tried playing the second one. And I'm like, oh, the second one's kind of trash. I can't.
I
play
played
this.
the second one. I didn't.
I like the
I didn't
second
like it.
one, but
I didn't like the second one. And the Legion, I tried it out. I tried it out via the Ubisoft streaming service, not just the subscription service that they got. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm good. I couldn't play it. I was done. I think I'm kind of over the Watch Dog franchise unless they do something like super drastic to draw me back in. I think I just don't care about it.
This one
personally.
drastic enough. You had motherfuckers standing on drones driving over London, and
Nah.
you can hack into grandma. That wasn't, what else can they do? Like,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
how maybe actually make the game they should have made from the very beginning and not try to fucking half-ass it with fake trailers.
that
yeah,
might work.
they completely deviated away from what they was like looking for and aiming for the first one. It's like I don't know, they completely went a whole different direction.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. Okay, then I'm seeing some TV shows which we're gonna skip. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
seeing something about Assassin's Creed. Is it like what's going on? They have continued support
Oh.
for Assassin's Creed Valhalla in its second year. The game discovered
Yep.
tour mode. All right, so they're probably okay. So Assassin's
Expansion.
Creed Valhalla is getting more content for the people who are interested in that. Me
Oh,
personally,
boy.
I'm
Siege of
good.
Paris.
Yeah. Then they gave us another cinematic trailer of Far Cry 6. Is anybody interested in this? How about you, RGT?
No.
No.
Far Cry games. Far Cry games were up and great until Far Cry 3, and then like Far Cry 4 and 5. It was kind of like these feel kind of like the game I just played before, and then Far Cry
Yeah.
6 looks and feels, from everything I've seen, exactly like those other games. I did like the thing that they're gonna put, but it's hidden behind the season pass where you can play as the previous villains from the previous
Oh,
games.
yeah.
I thought that looked pretty cool, but it's like I'm not going to spend $100 on this game. You know, I usually pick up Far Cry games for cheap anyway. So
Yeah. Big skip. Mark it down, Jay, man. These are all skips. Skip.
Skipperonis.
Far Cry 6 is not, even though I love Gus from Breaking Bad, but I think it's not enough. From the gameplay I saw, it's not enough for me to be like, I'm buying this. I will not be buying this. Anybody, Alex, Jack, thoughts? Far
Nope.
Cry 6? Big no?
I've only played Far Cry 1 and 2, and that's it.
I played 3. I don't know. Maybe if it's cheap, I might fuck with it. The game looks
might check it
horrible
out?
visually. All these games look horrible graphically. What's going on with that? Can we talk about that? A
Right.
lot
Yeah,
of
the
games
visuals-
thought E3 didn't look right. man. I don't know.
Well, you could. You, this game was probably started off on the Xbox One, PS4, anyways. You know, it is a cross generation title, so I'm not expecting the next gen. You know,
Man,
and it's Ubisoft on top of that. Like their games.
I think
like
you know what it is too, though.
You know what I mean?
I think
Their
they're trying to
games-
hit. They're trying to hit 4K 60 on these new consoles, and then shit like Siege or Quarantine, whatever the fuck it's called. They trying to hit like 120 frames at certain resolutions. I think that's really hindering the way some of these games are looking, man. On top of Ubisoft games not being the greatest looking to begin with, so
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They gotta
Yeah,
fall
because
back on that.
you know Ubisoft games personally, like I wouldn't say they look terrible, but like I wouldn't when I think of Ubisoft, I don't think of like graphical showpieces, like right, you know,
Not
what I mean?
really,
Like,
not
I don't really think of.
We
you know,
saw
like
a
that.
lot of shitty looking games over all the conferences though. Like Square Enix, the shit they was we gonna get. into
We gonna get to that.
We-
We gonna
we
get to
gonna
that.
get it. This is crazy.
And they showed Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So this is what got leaked by Nintendo on their homepage, right? Nintendo leaked
Yeah.
this shit themselves, and I remember because Kingdom Battle got leaked too. Am I correct, RGT? Didn't the Kingdom Battle get leaked as well, like prior to release? Okay, and I remember when the very first time I seen the key art, I'm like, who the fuck wants this? Mario and Rabbids? Like what kind of weird? I remember that was my exact reaction. I'm like, trash. I didn't even give it a chance. I'm like, Mario and Rabbids. First of all, I'm not even a Rabbids. I never played a Rabbids game, but I know they're not good or anything like that, right? So I wrote this game completely off, right? Then gameplay dropped of the game. I'm like, yo, this shit don't look too bad, right? Then I picked it up on the Switch launch here. Then I was pleasantly surprised how fucking good the first game was. I was actually really shocked. It was this game. I recommend Kingdom Battle to anybody watching the podcast. If you have a Nintendo Switch, get over the fact that you see rabbits. It's a really good light strategy game. It's not, I want to say it's hardcore, like, you know, the Gears Tactics and stuff like that, but it's extremely fun, extremely charming, and I really enjoyed it. Like my oldest brother too, he don't even play much games, and he played this one too. This is one of the few Switch games he played, and he really fucked with it too, man. So I'm actually looking forward to this game. This is a day one buy to me. This is the only thing from this conference that I've seen. I was like, yo, I'm buying this freaking day one. RGT, what do you think?
And it's the one thing that leaked too.
Yeah, it was the one thing that leaked too, so it ruined their whole conference.
Ruined the surprise. Yeah,
I thought it looked great. You know, it looks, you know, graphically, I think it looks very solid. I like sort of the darker tone that this game seems to have. I like the fact that it's a galaxy instead of just the Mushroom Kingdom, so you could do a lot more with that. I think it's gonna be a very surprising game for a lot of people, but I think it's going to be I mean, the first game evidently sold over 7 million copies. So.
Jesus Christ, bro! I didn't even know that. God damn.
I didn't know that either until one of the developers was saying like over 7.5 million people have enjoyed our game, and I was like, what the fuck? Really? That many? So yeah, so
that's crazy.
You know,
the Switch,
you
man,
know,
can't be stopped. It cannot be stopped.
Yo, did y'all see this on Twitter?
What?
So Konami put out a tweet like earlier today, maybe around 2 p.m. And it's like a dark video, and it says new merch is coming to the official Konami shop. Stay tuned. And if you color correct the image in the background of the video, it's a silhouette of the Silent Hill nurse.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Yo, what's up with let's announce the game.
Fact, I did it myself just now, and I color corrected it and everything. And the nurse is
real.
Back there, so it's real. It's real.
Yeah, they teasing. They just teasing some shit. Yeah, I think some shit is coming. Something Silent Hill is coming. I don't know what.
Fucking pachinko machine.
Pachinko machine. That'd be funny as hell.
They already got one.
Oh, they do another one.
Yeah.
Man, so much money on that shit.
You know what they about to do? They about to bring the HD collections to next generation consoles, and everyone's gonna get cheesed. Yo, watch. I don't know, man. They need to just hurry up and announce this. All this crypto shit is lame, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Just announce the shit. Or let people.
They didn't know what last week
up,
was.
Man.
They didn't know what.
Exactly right. E3. Announce it right here. Okay. But Mario Rabbids, J-Main, Jack, Alex. Anyone have any last words on this before we move on to the last game that they showed?
It's gonna be cool.
I never played the first one, but
check it out. I think you get it for bro. You could get it for like $15, bro, on the eShop.
Yeah, it's on
you can get a Nintendo game for $15.
It's the gold
Ubisoft,
edition
man.
with all the deals. So it's on sale right now for $15, or you can get
bro,
standard.
Is that J-Main?
I might buy that motherfucker. I ain't never heard of a Nintendo game. Shit, I think I go Switch. That's a steal.
Hey man, the game it was 100% worth $15, bro. It was 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And last but not least, I think this was supposed to be the big show ender game. Avatar. Frontler. What is this? What's it? Frontiers of Pandora.
Frontier.
I think that's what Frontiers of Pandora. That shit look like an L to me. I don't know what the fuck. All right, so it looks like Avatar is getting the game.
Yes.
Avatar is getting the game, and I do not know how to feel about it. I think that they just showed a
wrong
CGI
Avatar.
trailer. Yeah,
they
just
didn't
showed
show
this-
much.
Yeah. Did they give a date?
It
for
wasn't. No, I don't think so. Maybe did it say 2022? No, I don't remember seeing a date.
You don't know. You know what's gonna be though. You know it's just gonna be Assassin's Creed Avatar edition. Avatar edition. You know that though, right? How much you want to bet? It's gonna be Assassin's Creed Avatar edition. Just the sentence.
Yeah,
Avatar, bro.
they killed my hype a little bit with this because I like the Avatar movie, so I'm a fan of like
too.
the whole Avatar universe and stuff like that. But they said this game is gonna be first person. I'm like, that kind of killed my hype because
it's Far Cry edition. It's Far Cry edition then. It's gonna be Far Cry edition, but Avatar skins.
So I think Ubisoft, what they say, Ubisoft Motive is making this game. So I want to say they worked on like the Division and stuff like that. So
It's
I
coming
don't
out
know.
next year to PS5, Series X. Oh, it's not coming to previous gen consoles, so I guess it's gonna be the true next.
It's supposed to be next gen only.
Next gen only. So there you go. I'm not hyped.
Ubisoft
as of right
massive,
now, I'm not hyped. They gotta show me some footage that maybe I can possibly get hyped. But I do like the Avatar movie, but I'm not like a huge Avatar stan like that. To be, super excited for this. So that's pretty much a Ubisoft conference. I didn't do a live reaction. I didn't watch it live. After looking at this list, I'm really glad I didn't watch it live because I think I would have been pissed the hell off. But real quick, if you were to give this a score, we got to do the scores. If you were to give this a score, where y'all giving that? Jamie, you go first.
Yeah, I would say like a 3 out of 10.
3? Jack,
Yeah.
what's your score for this?
I don't even fucking know, man. They didn't show any Far Cry for Far Cry 6. I give it a 3 as well. There you go.
You got 3, Alex.
That is a 2 out of 10, sir.
I'm gonna agree with Alex here. I'm gonna say 2 out of 10. They had one game that I'm remotely interested in. And RGT, if you were to give this conference a show, what would you have given it?
I'll go 2.5.
2.5.
Oh, he's such a nice guy. Such a nice boy. Such a nice boy.
They might want to work together on a video in the future. Can't burn that.
You
can't shit on him. You can't shit on him.
Too much.
All right. Okay. So we have one more shit conference to go before we get to the juicy stuff, man. One more shit one. But before then, Alex, let's get a super chat break real quick.
Sure. Let's take a look at that here. Let me pull up these bad boys. Jaron Stamps for the $5. He says, how somebody got engaged. Congrats.
Sir.
Julian Washington for $5. Xbox gamers are the welfare recipients of the gaming industry, and Game Pass is Microsoft's Section 8 program.
Jesus.
Imagine being a simp and spending $70 for a video game. Wow. Alex PSX for $5. Somebody finally got engaged. Somebody finally didn't get engaged to their console. Congrats, Kofi. Wow, that's
Stupid.
it's the wrong there, first of all. Anyways, Tunde Abimbola for the 5 Canadian. Is it safe to say the Swatch Pro probably is not coming out this year? We know Nintendo's holiday lineup, and they have said nothing about it. I don't know about the Swatch.
I need that Swatch, bro. That Swatch sound kind of lit, bro. I need that Swatch, man.
The Swatch.
Nintendo Swatch. So that's the name that they don't call it this time? Oh, man.
Tony plays games for $5. In school for the summer, won't be able to watch live. Congrats, Kofi. Don't invite Jamie to the wedding because he would be late. Jiggy shirts on deck.
Absolutely.
Still waiting for a Jiggy polo.
Oh man.
You gotta wait in line. I'm waiting for the do-rags.
Yeah, we got do-rags. We got new logos on the way, man.
You have an entire market of untapped white boys wanting to get a polo.
I know. I got to get on the polos, man. I got to get on the polos.
And I gave you the design for it. I'm not even going to charge you.
I appreciate that as well. Thank you, sir.
Right?
Very much so. Yes, sir.
Super average for the $14.99. Congrats on the engagement, Kofi. True Virgil for the $1.99. Great show, guys. Shout out to King Musty.
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
Jack. Yeah, Jack. When are you gonna claim that name, man? Claim that name. Big
Musty. Out the shower, man. How am I musty? Look, come on.
Big Musty is actually a cool nickname.
That's not
man.
a good name. I don't know.
Big Musty is a cool nickname. Yeah, let's just call him Big Musty. For the rest of the
That's not a cool
Big
nickname.
Musty.
That should be your handle.
Most of y'all in the chat should be calling me daddy right now. Not Big Musty.
Actually, I'm the daddy around here.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
True Virgil for the $1.99. Great. Okay, Jack Sutcliffe. That's okay. 5 Canadian. The Hideo translated to Karaman is not true. People are accidentally translating EU, which is what hero means in Japanese, and Google is autofilling it.
Could be, man.
Ray Smith for the $24.99. Congrats, Kofi, on securing a beautiful black queen.
Yes,
I gotta
sir.
go spend time with my beautiful black queen. Jack, you're next.
Jack, you definitely
Kofi,
next, man.
when am I,
You definitely next, man.
Kofi, when am I gonna meet your fiance, Kofi?
Man, I'm keeping her far away from you, sir. I'm keeping her far away from you.
And Bandai HD for the $2. Joe gonna hit Kofi up for royalties. Watch out.
Oh man. Oh man.
Tony Esquire for the 5. Concern number 1, Sony's arrogance. Number 2, Bethesda finessed Microsoft. Number 3, E3 presentations after a year off was a joke. Number 3, no Halo release date.
Oh, we
Definitely.
we gonna
Still
talk
haven't
about
got a
that.
release date, man.
Damn.
One late entry, Sopa Spy for the 5. Congrats, Kofi. The ruin of E3 was blind and deaf people. They didn't miss much.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Facts. Speak on.
Oh my
Shout
God,
out to them, man.
That's crazy. All right, so Hey Jack, man, Square Enix time, man. Square Enix time. We gotta get through this. We gotta get through this. We gotta get through the bad stuff to get to the good stuff. All right,
Make it
sir.
quick. Make it quick.
Let me make it quick. All right, Guardians of the
Make it look like
Galaxy.
they made it quick. Yeah.
All right, because
Oh
it's
my
actually a good
God.
time. We stumbled into something great here, bro. I cannot believe this goofy ass Anubis is capping for Guardians of the Galaxy after seeing that
You like
game.
that?
That's unbelievable.
You like that?
I think Anubis has bad taste for video games.
He
You like
does.
Avengers? You like
Absolutely.
Avengers?
He really does.
He likes Avengers.
He like
less.
Yeah, he
he
like
loves
Avengers.
Avengers, and
Yeah.
this even looks to me low key. It looks worst. It looks worse.
Yes, it
looks
does.
worse.
Absolutely does.
All right, so this,
Absolutely
all right,
looks
so
worse.
all right, so let's break it down. So Square Enix, Eidos Montreal is creating a Guardians of the Galaxy game. I believe this is the same studio that makes Deus Ex, and it looks like
It
they
does.
should have stuck to making Deus Ex.
With Deus Ex.
They should have stuck to
Money
making
talks.
Deus Ex. All right, so they're making this Guardians of the Galaxy game, and at least the good news is it was rumored at one point, I believe, to be a games as a service. Now we know it's not a games as a service, but I think it's some sort of is it a co-op experience or is it a single player experience all the way
Single
through?
player.
It's single player.
So it's a single. Oh my god, bro!
L.
We got a first look at the game. The models look shit. The visuals look shit.
Everything.
The
Yeah.
I
gameplay
actually like
looks.
the models other than
The-
Star Lord. Star Lord.
Bro,
looks ass. He look like
Gamora
Atlas.
Gamora looks like garbage, bro. Gamora, and
I
I'm
like
not
the way
look,
Gamora
and I'm not trying to compare them to their, the Marvel, cinematic universe. That's not what I'm trying to do. So don't get it twisted. I know how the comic book Gamora be looking like. I just don't like the way the model looks for any of these characters. First of all, I think actually I lied. Rocket Raccoon actually looks good. He looks good. But how can you fuck that up? He's a raccoon, man. Like, how you fuck that up? You know what I mean? The rest of the characters look iffy to me, number one. And okay, you can get past, the shoddy looking models. We can get past that, right, J-Main? If the gameplay's fire, right? We can get past that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then they showed us the gameplay, J-Main. And when I tell you, okay, I know the game's not out yet, but the game was running like dog shit, so hopefully that does get better,
Absolutely.
right? But even then, even if this was running at a flawless 60 frames per second, the combat just looked ass, man. It just looked bad.
Who keeps giving Square Enix Marvel IPs? Who the fuck keeps doing it? The shit looks bad. And like the fact that I thought this game would have been a perfect game to be co-op. You got 4 to 5 different unique characters, similar to the how Avengers has all those characters. That would be dope as hell to
they
play
all
with.
play
with
different.
friends.
They all look
Yeah,
different. They're
all
all
of 'em.
individual.
It's like, what the hell is going on? And then they showed, the more they showed of this game, the worse it looked. Like
It
that might
looked
have been
exactly. Even the
They
dialogue.
showed
We've been crying for,
Even
we've
the
been crying
dialogue,
for gameplay
bro.
to be shown,
They
and
could've
they
kept this
showed
one.
too much.
They
Like
could've
they
kept
went too long. Like, god damn, how y'all still going with this gameplay?
I don't know.
And I
man.
was trying to hold on hope because I'm like, all right, at least like for me, Marvel Avengers wasn't the best thing, but I at least enjoyed the single player aspect enough to play it through. But it's like the more I see this, is like I can't see myself spending full price for this shit.
It's another
I
game
can't,
that's
I
getting skipped. RGT, thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, thank you. Just
No, thank you.
It just,
looked
yeah,
bad, man.
it looked rough, and they spent way too much fucking time on it. It was over 15 minutes
Yep.
just on that game, and it's like, okay, we get it. Let's move on. But obviously, they didn't have much else to show, so that's why they spent 15 minutes on it.
Yeah. It
And
didn't look
then
bad out, man.
Final Fantasy Pixel Perfect Remaster gets 6 seconds of like.
Well, you
not
know
even-
why? Because it's for mobile.
Not even 6 seconds of like what we're gonna do with it, and then you find out it's only on mobile and PC or Steam, and then you find out each one of them are separate purchases, not even a collection.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're all separate purchases. They're not going to be a collection. So it's
Yeah.
like, why would you even do that?
Wow.
Yeah. So like Alex said, we got a Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, and pretty much he just described it. It's come down to iOS, Android, and Steam, and you have to buy the games individually. They're supposed to be remastered, but honestly, they could have done something way cooler with this.
Not even on
You
the
know what I mean?
console. Like,
Yeah, they could have done something way
like
cooler.
those are
than this.
console games. You know what I mean? Like, I love that they're going to PC and mobile because it's great. But why are you ignoring the console versions? Like, that's stupid.
Yeah, I saw a lot of reactions to that, and when they said mobile and Steam or PC, they was like,
Yeah, people are like, what? People are really disappointed.
It's like that's
man.
what people want. They grew up with that, but you're not even gonna do the right thing.
Yeah, it was bad. It
Incredible.
was bad. All right, so after that, then they announced Legend of Mana. I swear that they released this game like 100 times, or am I bugging?
It's coming
Trials
out
of
next
Mana.
week.
Yeah, it
I
comes
think
out
Trials
next week.
came out.
Oh, Trial. Okay,
No,
Trials.
it's the Trials came out. Legend is a PS1 game. It's on PC. It's on everything. Honestly, it's one of the greatest games ever made. Play that game when it comes out.
Okay.
It's beautiful across the board. It comes out next Thursday.
Okay.
So,
All right, so
wait,
I'll try
Trials.
for
So Legend, Trials, and Secret are all like is it like a trilogy or something?
Yeah, they're all different. It's Secret. I think it's Secret, Trials, and then Legend.
Legend.
from my
Okay.
understanding. I think I'm wrong though, so don't take me for a fool.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
so
Trials
we'll
is
do
the
research.
sequel to Secret, but I
Secret,
don't know where
yes.
Legends falls into that.
Legends was a PS1 game.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with these RPGs. I'm not gonna sit here and front. I never played these
so
RPGs
good,
before.
dude.
So, if Alex says they're good, I might take a look after I looking at some gameplay. But we know Legend of Mana is coming out June 24th on Steam, PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo Switch. We gotta look at Marvel's Avengers Black Panther expansion. Again, I don't think I could jump back into this game. I tried it out. I gave it a chance. I actually was gifted the game on PC. Shout out to the person who gifted it to me. And I played it for a bit, but it's not my kind of game, man. I'm not feeling it. But I guess the Black Panther costume looked kind of cool. Yeah, I guess I could say something positive about it. The Black Panther, costume looked kind of cool. You know what I mean? What do
The
you
voice
think of
acting was ass. I ain't like the voice acting of Black Panther. What Jack? What you call this? The Chadwick Boseman? Never mind.
You know what's going on with this game. Man.
Absolutely know what's going on with this game.
Wow.
Come on.
Oh
Come
man,
on,
you
man.
say you say they
we
play
not-
they
we not
pan,
boo-boo
they
the
panda
fools.
panda
Man,
Hey,
come on.
of
panda
course,
panda
man.
panda.
Where the fuck is
man.
Spider-Man at? You know what I mean?
Man,
And
that's Spider-Man shit years ago.
before the game even came out.
That is
PlayStation
true. That
dudes
is true.
And all
That
of a
is-
sudden, all of a sudden,
stepping on the timeline when Spider-Man was announced.
I remember that.
Now
I
all of a
remember
sudden that shit ain't nowhere in the timeline.
man,
What
Black
the fuck
Panther the
happened?
priority out of nowhere. Come on, dog.
You know what I mean?
We see what's
Hey,
going on.
they trying to get it out. They're trying to get it ready for that Wakanda forever, man. They're trying to get it ready.
No, that's what it is. Okay.
That's
Mhm.
that's fucking pathetic if they're doing that.
That's some dirtbag.
they
That's
already know
fucking
what they're doing.
dirtbag.
man.
I ain't mad
No.
at the hustle, but I see what's going on.
When people pass away, you already know they become very lucrative. You can
absolutely.
make a lot of money off dead people. And God rest his soul, Chadwick Boseman, man. Black Panther classic in my book.
Yeah, rest in peace.
One of my favorite Marvel films, if not top 3 favorite.
Definitely.
But clearly, yeah, I can see what J May's saying. They trying to rush this one out. Instead of the Spider-Man. They announced the
Yeah.
Spider-Man one out how long ago? PlayStation guys are still waiting for that, so that's kind
Still
of
waiting. They bought the game for Spider-Man. Still ain't get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But for the people that enjoy Avengers, hey man, if it's not our cup of tea, if you're listening and you're like, damn, these guys are killing it. But if this is your type of game, hey, go for it, enjoy it, have fun. But for me personally,
They didn't show no gameplay though. They did like
They
a
cinematics.
cinematic type trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, cinematics.
I'm interested in seeing what he's gonna play like. Definitely, but
He's gonna play like all the rest of the characters, bro. This game, everybody plays the same pretty much, besides the 2 characters that can fly. You know what I mean? Everyone pretty much plays the same. So
yeah.
it is what it is. All right, so next, what else did we get? We get a near game coming to iOS.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Near reincarnation.
So we're gonna skip on that.
I didn't
bro.
even see that. What the hell?
Yeah, we got another
we
Final
put-
Fantasy coming to mobile as well. We're gonna skip on that too. Final Fantasy
5th year
se-
anniversary.
Yeah. What does it say? Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. This game
Yes.
launches in 2021 for iOS and Android. Another iOS
Battle
game.
Royale one.
It's
right?
the battle royale game.
Big skips. Okay, so Babylon Falls. Okay, something at least half decent. But I heard, you know what? I didn't. I
what
haven't.
you talk about?
You know what?
Babylon's ass.
You know what? I haven't even watched it too, but I remember the first time this game got revealed, they looked kind of interested. Platinum Games is working on this title, but I did see people's reactions to it, and people were saying that it wasn't looking too hot. So, J-Main, did you check it out? What was your thoughts?
Unfortunately, I live streamed this event, but
Oh wow.
watching the Babylon Falls. I was actually looking forward to this game specifically because I did really like the first showing
first
of the
one.
game. It looked more like I mean, for one, the visuals look like they took a step back. I don't know what the fuck this art style that they have going on with this game, but it almost looks like they like it's like a water paint type style, and it just looks absolutely horrible. It doesn't even it looks worse than what they showed the last time. And from then, it was like it looked more like a single player focused game. I guess I did miss the aspect that at the end they showed 4 characters as like part of the logo when they finished the first trailer. So this one you start to see it's actually 4 players and there's 4 characters at least in this game that you shuffle in between with the combat and all the combos and stuff like that. And it's a live service game now. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I don't know where that came out of nowhere. They said it's a live service game now. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like single player, beat to beat type single, RPG, JRPG type of game. And now it's looking worse visually. It's sounding bad with this live service stuff. And yeah, it's just all over the place for me.
You know what? It seems like Platinum is going through their cycle, Jack, you would say. Platinum is an interesting type of studio. They take on a million jobs at once, right? And it seems like what I noticed about Platinum, they'll drop like 3 or 4 bad games, and they'll drop one like,
then a banger,
then a real good game. You know what I mean? I think that's like the cycle that you go through, and it's looking like Babylon Falls is just one of them bad games that Platinum is gonna release, man.
That's when are these platform holders gonna stop getting robbed blind by Platinum Games? They already took Microsoft for millions of dollars, didn't release a fucking game. Now this is a PlayStation exclusive. It looks like a fucking PS1 exclusive. It looks fucking horrible. And now they robbing Nintendo. They haven't shown Bayonetta 3 in well over 3 years.
God damn.
Hey, what the fuck going on?
What's going on, man? And they did the Wonderful 101 Kickstarter.
Yeah,
the game was already done.
I forgot about that.
Like, let's see if we can rip people off even more.
Yeah. They literally had the port done already. They just wanted to see how much money they could generate to pay the publishing, or that's what they claim, I guess, to publish the game across so much platforms. Oh my god, the finesse. Platinum, hurry up and drop some.
I hate Platinum games. All my homies hate Platinum games.
Kamiya is the king of trolls, like that guy.
Yeah, man. Jack, our bet is still going on. No, there's no winner hasn't decided yet, man.
Apparently they are in financial trouble over at Platinum Games like they've always been, but I'm hearing it's getting really bad, Kofi. I don't know, man.
Well, they just opened up a new fucking studio. Right after the 101 Kickstarter, they opened up a brand new studio. Remember they showed it off and
shit? So the Kickstarter was for.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Low key.
Kickstarter was for the studio.
Yo, they finesse. Oh my god. All right, so RGT, me and Jack got a bet. He's saying that we have a little $20 bet that has been going on for what, Jack? 3 years now? Like what the hell has this been going on for 3 years? Longest bet for $20 for $20. So pretty much our bet is that he believes that Bayonetta Platinum Games will close down or be bought out or be acquired by some major publisher or something before Bayonetta 3 comes out on the Nintendo Switch. So that's our little bet.
And man, Tencent in the background rubbing their hands like Birdman, right?
That's true though.
They seeing all this bullshit. They like, all right, we finna get.
So okay, wait. So if Tencent ends up buying Platinum Games, does that mean you won the bet?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that means you won.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That means you won.
They already purchased a minority stake in the company, right? They did that probably about a year ago. So hey, man, listen. And then they ended that hostile takeover shit. Them Chinese motherfuckers. So hey, listen.
Yeah, crazy.
Shout out to Tencent, but we know what they into, so I can see it happening, bro. I can see it happening.
We'll see. I'm still holding on, man. All right, so they announced Life is Strange Remastered Collection and Life is Strange True Colors. I think that these are actually
trash.
You know what? I'm not
that game.
You know what?
Game in the trash.
Okay, Alex hates these type of games, but the first Before the Storm is trash. But the very first Life is Strange is actually a good game. I actually recommend it.
Great game.
The very first one. And this new one actually don't look too
games
bad,
like
Jack.
that and Heavy Rain.
Yeah, Jack hates that shit. You know what? True Colors don't look too bad, though. I don't care what nobody says. They don't look too bad. I want to check it out. I think I will.
I still got faith in Life is Strange, man. The last couple have been kind of, a little disappointing. I got faith in this one.
I never played the one with the guys. Like I never.
Oh, that's
played
two.
It.
That's two.
I never played that one before.
It's okay.
I think the way you're sounding, it seems like it's okay if I miss it though. It's no big deal.
It's like
if I miss it.
the first episode was like really strong, like, and then it just got kind of like progressively worse. I'd say the first episode that even got nominated for a game award, if y'all remember. But I don't know what they was doing with the rest of them episodes. It's cool though. You ain't really got to play it. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah. All right. And I guess this was the big announcement of the show. We've seen rumors of this. I think we came on the podcast and discussed it about, Team Ninja's making a Final Fantasy, Dark Souls, Neo style of game called Final Fantasy Origins. And it turned out, this game does exist and it is true. So they came out and announced Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. It's a game created, like I said, by Team Ninja, and it's pretty much a Neo style of game, but for Final Fantasy. But I've seen nothing but pure slander for this game on the timeline. I think they released a demo for PlayStation owners. I didn't try it out.
And it didn't work.
I think it didn't work. It was corrupted, right? I think I seen like Dreamcast post something like that, or somebody's posted something that it was corrupted. And damn, that's crazy.
Too much chaos.
A demo.
Yeah, pretty much chaos.
Yeah, RGT, did you check it out?
I didn't check out the demo now.
You didn't check out the demo?
Nah, I mean, it looks all right, but like considering it's supposed to be based on like Final Fantasy's origins, like Final Fantasy 1, it's like, how Western can you make this game look? Like, you have this generic dude.
Yeah, the
like,
a lot of people have been going
Eminem
crazy.
ass reject. Oh my god, dude, this is like the most fucking Eminem. So yo, listen. All right, this is coming from the guy who loves Kojima, who loves Kojima's bullshit, who loves Kojima being up his own ass, fucking bullshit. Stop giving Nomura money.
Oh, absolutely.
Just stop. All right. Nomura literally said he wanted to make a game about a guy who was just angry. And that's what he did to Final Fantasy. Fucking stop. Kingdom Hearts was good when you were 12. You're not 12 anymore. It's not good anymore. Stop giving him money.
I didn't know he was making this. This joint look horrible.
I watched gameplay. Right? I saw the trailer. It didn't look appealing. That's why I didn't even go out and download it.
They kept doing the same shit the whole trailer. Dude was running around turning people into like gems and like smashing their heads and then saying he looking for chaos. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like that joint.
Yeah, I keep on seeing this chaos shit. Like we're looking for chaos, and the voice acting was bad. Yeah, it was really freaking bad. Yeah.
All his homies had on like armor. He had on like a target,
a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That joint was, bro. I don't get it, bro. Like,
because like what's crazy and that's why on paper some ideas sound so fucking fire, but like in practice, if it's not behind the right people or in the right hands, the right directors or whatever, and look what kind of shit that we get. Imagine somebody saying a Final Fantasy, Dark Souls, Neo style type of game. That sounds so fucking amazing on paper. Like if you really take it in the world of Final Fantasy, all the interesting type of monsters that be in Final Fantasy, if you're gonna try to make an action RPG in the style of like a Souls genre, Neo type of shit, that sounds fucking sick. When I heard this rumor originally, I was like, damn, that sounds kind of lit. Then look what we get this damn bullshit, bro. Like, what is this?
Bro. Fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad, man. It's bad, man. So
I downloaded the demo. I'm gonna give it a shot, but
give it a try and let me know. You gotta let me know, man. You gotta let me know.
You got the corrupted demo or the new joint? Which one?
I'm trying to figure. I ain't even load this motherfucker up, but yo. This shit do look like a PS3 game. Golly.
Yeah, it do. It really does.
Yeah. Looks really bad.
One of these dudes look like Ninja.
It's all
fucking tipsy bartender.
It's all dark. It reminds me of like, remember during the 360 era where like so many games came out and they had all that dark color palette and there was like no color in the games whatsoever. It looks like that to me. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I don't know, man. They gotta, for a main character, can you customize the character? That's your actual main character.
That's your main character.
I think that's the actual main character.
Jesus
wearing a fucking Walmart ass t-shirt. Talking about like
in a high like a fantasy game though. Like why you dress like that?
Right.
This is a fantasy game. Whatever. All right, so that was pretty much Square Enix's E3 show. As you can see, it was bare bones. It's pretty trash. If you're giving this one a rating out of 10, what would you give it, Alex?
Fucking 3, bro.
You just a 3?
A 3.
Jack, what are you giving it?
I give this one a 3 as well.
J Main
Yeah, I think I'm around there, 2 or 3.
and RGT. What are you giving this one?
I'm gonna say 2 because there wasn't that Mario Rabbids moment for me. With
Yeah,
this
there was
one,
nothing. There was literally
there was
nothing.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going with it 2.
Yeah, I'm rolling with a 2 with these announcements.
Instead of
too,
chaos out of 10.
man. Chaos out of 10.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's move on. So Sunday came.
The
and
Lord's
Day.
this was easily one of the most anticipated conferences, probably next to Nintendo. You know, but a lot of people were looking at this conference to come and bring the heat. Wait till E3. They say, Jack. Wait till E3.
Yeah.
They say. So we waited, and E3 came. Now we've watched Microsoft's conference. You know what I mean? And I just wanna talk about it a little bit because I wanna get everybody's take because this shit, you know what I'm gonna go out and say? This shit was some good shit. This shit was actually some good shit. I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of just how I felt about the overall conference before we go into, you know, the games that were shown. Actually, is the one thing that I gotta give it up was the pacing. They 100% nailed the pacing of this show. Like 10 out of 10 type of nailed it. There was barely any people on stage talking. It was trailer after trailer. They drove the point home with the whole Game Pass on pretty much everything. You know what I mean? And and the content they showed was dope. Microsoft needs to use this playbook that they use this E3 with every single conference going forward. I don't want them to start this trend and try to do something different next E3. No. Y'all got it. This is how y'all do a conference. Would y'all agree when it comes to like the pacing and how they showed the games for the whole 90 minutes?
Absolutely.
How did y'all feel that? I thought that was
It
super
was
dope.
nonstop. It was great.
It was super. It was perfect. It was perfect. I was just even so happy about that. What do you think, Jack?
It was a good pace. Absolutely.
Fire pacing. RGT. What did you think of the way that they did the conference, like the pacing? It was good, right?
It was great. You didn't see Phil Spencer till like the final 10 minutes. The only segment that they had any actual talking was for Forza Horizon 5, which was, you know, well into their presentation, and even that wasn't all that long. So yeah, it was just like, you know, you might not necessarily like all of the games that they showed, but they showed game after game after game. So I enjoyed that. Yeah,
so the show was actually enjoyable to watch. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like a lot of these shows that we like from the Summer Games Fest, the Ubisoft, all of them shows were dog shit. Like they weren't even enjoyable to watch. So look, even if you're not a fan of some of the announcements that they showed, at least like the show that they put on was just enjoyable to watch, right? If you weren't like some of the contents you're not into it, but the show, how cohesive it was perfect. And I hope they keep this damn trend. All right, so let's get into the announcements. Because let's see if Microsoft delivered, man. We're gonna have this discussion because we've been waiting for this E3. They came out on stage. Todd Howard came out and he gave us a glimpse at Starfield. This was probably one of my most disappointing trailers of the show, personally.
Absolutely.
I know the game is coming out far away, and you know what's fucking crazy? They have a release date for this game, Jack.
I love
They
it.
have
they do.
bro. This game is
One of
coming
Halo.
out next year,
Yeah.
November, bro.
One of my
They got an
announcements
exact date
since-
for this shit, bro. That's fucking crazy that they have a date.
So you know the
locked in
exact
already.
date is actually is Skyrim's date 11 years later.
Right.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
11/11/22. Skyrim was
Okay.
11/11/11.
Yep.
Oh, I see what they did there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe that's why they planned it for that. But
Nah,
I was
that's it.
go ahead, J-Man.
No, I was gonna say to no, you go ahead.
No, I was just
about
saying
to
like
get into something else.
yeah, I was saying like this is easily one of the most disappointing announcements at the show to me because it seems like prior to this E3, and you know, this is no fault by Microsoft, I believe, but it just seemed by the fan base, the community, and maybe they heard this too, but it seemed like Starfield. That's all people were fucking talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's probably my fault. I kind of came into this conference thinking that, yo, we're going to get a nice look at Starfield, right? Like, we're going to see what this shit really is. That's what I thought.
It ain't your fault. When was this game announced?
Years ago.
20, I can't remember. 18, 19, one of them.
So it's been some time, right?
2018.
It's been some time now.
Yeah.
Since
That
they
was
did
the
whole
first next gen
logo
game
thing.
announced. That was the first next gen game
Yeah.
announced.
It was announced 3 years ago. So
Okay.
we talking about 3 years ago they teased this game. I don't think it was above anybody's expectations to expect that this was going
To
to
see
have
something
nice,
substantial,
lengthy
right?
story, a little bit of gameplay trailer for E3 this year, especially when you're going to give us a release date. How you got a release date for the game? Yeah, you can't even show us what the damn game looked like. I said the same shit for Far Cry 6 when they first announced that they had like release date or like pre-order available or some shit like that. It's like
Ultimate
don't tell me
editions.
shit about pre-orders. Don't show me shit about a release date. We don't even know what the damn game is about. A single thing. So big L, especially
Yeah,
to start
so-
off the show like that.
I'm not trying to come here and say anything like, because I still don't know what it is. That's what it is. I have really no real opinion about Starfield. People describe it as obviously it's their next big, you know, role-playing game, but like I still need to see something. It is a new IP. We don't know much, and what they showed was a guy in a spacesuit, some mech assault looking, you know, mechs, outer space, him going in a ship, a sandwich. And yeah, and the trailer was done. So
There was
didn't,
some details that came out about it too.
a little bit
but it
later.
was like
All right,
an-
so
yeah.
But let's just talk about this trailer, and then after then tell us the details if you could pull it up and tell us what they
Yeah, I
say
got it.
it's gonna be. Okay, so the trailer really didn't do much for me, and I was disappointed. They opened the show this way. I felt like it wasn't the greatest. It would have been a great opener if they actually showed what the game kind of played like, even if it was like some sort of like highlight scissor reel type of trailer where we see a glimpse of gameplay in there, but it was just an in-engine type of scene. RGT, what did you think of Starfield? Like, I have no doubt that maybe the game might be actually pretty fucking cool, but this trailer didn't do anything for me personally. How about you?
Nah, yeah, the trailer didn't do nothing. And the funny thing was, the Washington Post actually leaked the trailer before their presentation. So, like, I watched that trailer and I was like, "Ooh, is that going to be all that they show?" And sure enough, that was all they showed. So, I mean, you can't tell what type of game it is. Like, I assume it's like Fallout in outer space or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what we're all assuming, right?
Which would be boring.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see like what it's actually about, what I'm going to be doing, what you know, I don't know. It was a weird way to start out for sure.
Yeah. So we pretty much waited all this hype for Starfield, and we didn't get anything. It's just the truth of the matter. Really didn't get anything besides some in-game footage, which the in-game looked good. If the game turns out to actually look like that, then I guess, hey, Bethesda's new little engine that they got is actually much improved from the previous one, because it did look good. If that's gonna be representation of the final product, but we gotta see. You know how these companies be finessing too much. Cyberpunk, fucked me up. I got PTSD.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? I got the Tourette's twitching. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't trust
Tourette's.
nobody. I can't trust nobody. You know what I mean? So, Alex, Starfield, man, real quick.
I don't know what it's about. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to be more systems heavy. I don't know if it's just going to be Skyrim in space. And if that's the case, it's going to be boring as shit. Like, yeah, it looked good in terms of like the actual in-game and engine trailer, but that doesn't mean anything to me. So I want to see what they do later on with it. But
Yeah.
that was a damn shame for that.
Yeah, we didn't see nothing. Jack, it didn't raise any hype levels for you or anything like that, right? Make you miss it. But one thing they did, real quick, you know what I mean? One thing they did is they drove the fact home that it's gonna be on Xbox exclusive, quote unquote PC. So,
I like that.
Exclusive
I
what
like
again?
that. So I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
Exclusives are good again. Yes, I love
Absolutely.
it. Thank you.
So-
Thank you, Bethesda.
So it drove the point home. They made sure to say it about 3 or 4 times during the conference or some shit that this shit's gonna be an Xbox exclusive for all the PlayStation mans that saying that It's still coming to PS5. It's still coming to PS5. Y'all gotta hold that. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta hold that.
Yo, I never
But-
seen dudes take so much copium in my life, bro. They were
You know
They need
"No, I
PlayStation. Why
swear,
would they abandon 100 million?
yeah, but people needed to know. People needed to know that like Microsoft spending like what $7 billion on Bethesda. You think they wouldn't have kept no exclusive content for themselves? All this shit gonna be exclusive
Right.
to drive Game Pass subscriptions
Game
and
Pass,
Xbox and Xbox console sales. So I knew that right away that I was on the side that this shit ain't gonna come to PlayStation. I knew the games that were already in development for PlayStation, like the Ghostwire Tokyos and the Deathloops, were obviously not gonna get pulled away from PlayStation. But the new games, why would it it don't even make sense? And it's single player. Like if it was like a games as a service, I could see put this shit on PlayStation, right? It makes sense.
Right.
But as a single player experience, it don't make no sense to put this on PlayStation. Like what benefit does it have to Game Pass? What benefit does that? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So we got the final answer. So now people can stop. But it's always funny with the PlayStation community or the fanboys, because it's not everybody. And I don't want to generalize. There's people that be calling it Bethesda. Right, Bethesda, and make fun of it, then turn around and say Starfield's coming to PS5. They can't wait to play on the PS5. You know what I mean? Now look at them now, man. It's looking spooky. So Jamie, the details.
Shambles.
The details,
Yes,
sir,
so,
about Starfield.
We got some details from Todd Howard himself in an interview. He said that this is going to be a more hardcore RPG than the previous Bethesda games. This is real surface level stuff, so
Oh, okay.
it says it can be played in first and third person, so that's good to know.
just like Skyrim stuff, yeah.
Right, grounded in scientific reality, but still a game. There are lasers in a vacuum.
Confirmed aliens, right?
Yeah, alien races and planets, and that it's very big. Takes place over 300 years in our future, similar to Skyrim in terms of structure. Many factions, but the main one is Constellation. Focus on making the game world feel lived in, and Tom Cruise is not in Starfield.
Good.
Okay, that's good.
I don't need any more fucking Hollywood actors in my fucking games.
You
dude.
know why? Because all the fucking budget goes over there. Clearly,
them.
all the budget goes to these guys and not to the fucking game development, bro. So there's that. So yeah, Starfield. We finally got a teaser look. It wasn't satisfying enough. So next they came out and showed Stalker 2. Stalker 2.
Sir.
A game that was so far away from my radar that it pleasantly surprised me at this show. This game was the most visually impressive game at the show to me. People say Forza, but I thought this was the most visually impressive game at the show. So Alex, you played the first Stalker, right? You played the first
all of
Stalker.
them.
Okay, so were you excited for this? First of all, when you seen this?
Yes. I'm also very
Tell us
worried
about
about it.
All right,
So Stalker
down.
is basically think of Arma. So Arma the military sim with Fallout. That's basically what you get, but also make it Russian. So you have different ways of actually shooting your gun. You can stand still, you can fire like normal, you can then like half crouch and then get better accuracy, or you can full crouch and then get full accuracy. The thing is, you also have actual recoil in the gun. The best way to play those games is to actually play on the highest difficulty, because then enemies do the most damage, but then you also do the most damage. So it's just a really wacky ass game. It's dripping with atmosphere. It's all about these crazy fucking scenarios. It is very European jank. So like, it is very full of bugs in the games that are out right now, but it's also very deep in its mechanics. Yeah. So a lot of it is just like exploring about anomalies, making sure you're not in the way, watching your radiation poisoning. If you get irradiated, you drink vodka that removes your radiation. Like, you have to camp, you have to like join factions, you have to join certain things, and there's irradiated monsters that you explore. You go into Chernobyl itself, where there's like a huge, if you guys know about Chernobyl, what it actually is. You go in and you find this monolith that actually grants wishes, but it's sort of like a monkey's paw kind of a thing. So the wish you grant is not always the wish that you get. And you're getting into this zone. It's fucking cool as shit. But the thing is, it's so steeped in a higher difficulty curve that I'm very worried that it's going to be very easy, because they're going to be putting it on consoles. There's things you can't do. Like, you can lean in these games. You can stealth around. You can play different styles.
They're only on PC right now, right? The first.
It's only on PC, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so-
super good. Yeah.
See, I wasn't checking for this game at all, and I want to say I'm hyped for it now, but now I got my eye on it. I definitely, and it's gonna be in Game Pass, right? Game Pass, you get to try it
Yep.
out, Jack.
It's gonna be in Game Pass.
You
Yeah.
get it. It's gonna be in Game Pass
Awesome.
day one.
Nah, I never played a Stalker game, but this
I
shit
never
looked
played
good.
It looks
It's
yeah.
really, really
I-
good,
I
yeah.
got my eye on
Does
it.
look
I got
good.
my eye on it, man.
And then there's so many mods that you can get for these games. Like, I'm only touching the surface of it because there's so much more to it. And I don't want to spoil a lot for a lot of people who never played Stalker, but like, so the people that made Metro used to be on the Stalker team.
Right.
I heard that. I heard
There's
That's
a
what it
lot,
reminded me of a lot. It looked like
Yeah.
There's
Metro
a
to me.
lot
yeah.
of that. There's a lot of that. And
people
so
say
like, there's a
people
like,
say Metro's kind of like Metro was inspired by this game. That's what I heard. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, because there are a lot of like the monsters and stuff that are in the game are in Metro and stuff like that. But Metro and Stalker are very different. Stalker, I think, is a more hardcore sort of like survivalist, like how do I survive in the zone kind of thing, and pick up odd jobs and like do stuff like that, and just like learn about like who you are and like what stalkers actually are, and like how you survive in that, which I think is super great. I mean, there's so much more to it. I'm not even gonna really go super deep because you guys would just be like, fuck.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
there's so much to it. It's such a great series. It's definitely janky, but like there's a lot of charm, and that game fucking drips and oozes atmosphere that you're like you want to play with the lights off, with a good pair of headphones, and just like immerse yourself in it as much as you can. I'm just worried about how it's going to be on the console.
Okay. All right. So the next game that they showed was Back for Blood, and it was rumored to be coming out for Game Pass, and it was confirmed that it will be coming to Game Pass day one. RGT played Left 4 Dead. I'm pretty sure everyone played Left 4 Dead at some point, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what'd you think of Back for Blood? The trailer that we got. It's coming out October 12th and launching in Game Pass as well. Day
I
one.
thought it was the best trailer that they've shown from that game by far. I feel like it actually, and like the different where you could play as like the zombie character and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool as well. So, I will check it out because it's on Game Pass and it looks pretty good.
Yeah. I had no plans on buying this game, to be honest, because like Jack said, our Discord do be picking up random shit, right, and buying it and dropping it too. So I this game was looking like one of them games that we're gonna cop and it's gonna get dropped. You know what I mean? It's gonna cop, it's gonna get dropped. So now that it's in Game Pass, not to sound like a Game Pass advertisement, but hey man, I'm gonna be checking this shit day one, baby. I'm gonna be checking that shit day
That's
one,
what
man.
Game Pass is for, man.
Yeah, man. So
I ain't gonna
that's
hold you.
exactly. Any thoughts on it, Jamie and Alex? Any thoughts?
Nah, I'm good.
Back for Blood, you're good. All right, y'all good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
it's
move
always
on.
online, which is shit.
I mean, if y'all want to play it like as a little fun stream, then I'll definitely check it out. But
We could just play Left 4 Dead 2 for like $5 instead and get the same game.
Okay.
Booyah.
All right, so I think this was we got the next game was codename, I believe, Project Typhoon or Omen or some shit like that. So this is a game. It's gonna be published by Xbox Game Studios. It's the game by Avalanche, I believe. Yes, Avalanche, right?
Yep.
The Just Cause people.
Yep.
Am I correct?
Contraband?
All right, so Contraband.
Okay.
So this was a CGI kind of cinematic trailer. We didn't get any footage, no gameplay. So pretty much Avalanche got a game coming to Xbox, and I have no idea what it is. It's described as a co-op open world game, and that's like probably the only information that we know about it. So Contraband is coming to the Xbox One, and we don't have a date for this one either. So it's probably very early in development, and yeah, man, it's hard to discuss anything about it. But I guess more games are coming to Xbox that we just don't know nothing about. After that, they showed Sea of Thieves, A Pirate's Life.
Ooh.
Yeah, this game, honestly, I mean, it caught a second win, Jack. It caught a second win, man.
You think so?
See, it's not
come
my
a long
flavor.
way.
Yeah, it's not. It may not be our flavor, our kind of style of game, but it seems a lot of people fuck with this Sea of Thieves, man. It seems like a lot of people do. I think it was very successful when it came on PC as well. A lot of people like it, and it seems like like these games as a service games, it got better over time with more content and stuff like that. So, pretty much, Sea of Thieves is getting a Pirates of the Caribbean type of expansion, and I'm like, yo, I guess it's kind of cool if you're into Sea of Thieves. You know what I mean? Get Pirates of the Caribbean expansion. I guess there's a whole story with Jack Sparrow, and it's pretty cool to see Microsoft partner with Disney, I guess, on that. Does anyone have anything to say about Sea of Thieves with Jack Sparrow?
It looks good.
I thought it was a cool ass announcement though. Like when I first heard the voice, I was like, "Oh shit, that's Jack Sparrow!" Like, I don't know. It might it might not get me back on to try the game out again, but I know it will get a lot of people who are just fans of shit like that, and it's the perfect collaboration. It's almost like one like, damn, what took so long for this to happen? But
yeah, it makes sense. It definitely does make sense.
Perfect sense.
But the problem with Sea of Thieves, because I feel like I tried to play it maybe 2 years ago, and it's a game that you clearly can't play by yourself. If you do not have somebody to play with that game with, you're not gonna have a good time. It's just one of those type of games.
I played it with friends. That shit was still boring.
Me too. I played it when it first launched. I played it when it first launched, and that shit was ass. But apparently it got better. Like I remember at one point,
story now, man.
I heard it got better. I heard it got better, man. I think there is story to it now or some shit, yo.
That's what it needs, man.
So that's coming out. They announced that all the Yakuza games are pretty much on Game Pass. Yakuza Like a Dragon is now available on Game Pass. I don't know if it's only on the console version or it's on
PC
both.
too.
It's on. Oh, so Yakuza 7's on Game Pass for PC too? Mm-hmm. So that's super dope. That's dope. There we go. That game just came out not too long ago, I believe. So that's cool. Next was one of the most anticipated trailers and one of the highest viewed trailers from the Microsoft conference was Battlefield 2042.
Ooh,
RGT, you play Battlefield?
I played Battlefield 2 a lot back in the day, so I was interested to see what they were doing with this. I think it looks good.
Think it looks good. So they finally brought it back modern. A lot of people were asking for that, and I thought with all the things that are going around, like the tornado, I thought this shit looked pretty epic. It looked really good. So J-Man, you're the Battlefield guy, man. Tell us about it, man.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a Battlefield guy, but this game is absolutely like probably my most anticipated game that has a release date at least for this year.
Oh, really?
But this trailer looked absolutely fucking amazing. Like, I know I had my feelings about the whole in-game engine trailer that they revealed at first. And I'm like, I knew that they were going to be they're showing things that you could do in the actual game. I just wanted to see it. Like I want to see actual gameplay. And this is exactly what we got here with the grappling hook, flying all the different type of air things, and the tank you saw the storm in action, and just how big the maps are going to be. And it looks absolutely amazing. Like that, the scale of these battles, like I call Battlefield the most cinematic multiplayer game you'll ever play. It's just because it's like when you're playing that shit, it kind of pulls you into it pulls you out for a second. You're like, damn, is this like a movie? Like I'm actually doing this? When buildings are collapsing and now you got storms coming in and helicopters crashing into buildings and people flying with wingsuits and parachutes. It's like, yo, and then one of the cool thing is when he gets in the elevator and then he's changing his loadout on the fly. Like that shit that's cool as hell to me. So definitely can't wait for this game to come out. And I thought it would be dope if they got it in Game Pass, but this was one of the ones that wasn't in Game Pass. So, but shit, it don't matter to me. I'm buying it.
Yeah,
they got me.
$70, boy.
I'm not.
Well, I'm getting
not
it
a
on
big
PC, so EA Play Pro.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a big Battlefield guy, but this one definitely did catch my eye. I think I want to dabble in it for a bit. I'm not gonna be on it hardcore, but this is a game that I'm gonna be definitely playing on EA Premiere. I don't feel like dropping the full one because I'm probably not gonna be playing it for very long. Anyhow, I play it for the month and I enjoyed it that much, I'll end up buying it. But I will be testing before I buy. I'm gonna throw the $20, get the Premiere, play it day one. Alex, are you excited for this Battlefield?
I am. It's giving me BF3 vibes, which I really, really loved, but I'm just really weary about what they're going to do with it and how they're going to support it in the future. If they're going to have actual dedicated servers, or you have to buy them like last time or rent them from EA. So I don't know. I want to see more information, especially if they're going to give me some really shitty web application that I have to use to find service to play on. That shit was so fucking annoying in Battlefield 3 and 4. So I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. It's just been I've been burned by them so much before.
Okay. All right. Another game that they showed was 12 Minutes. This was the game that we've seen before in prior conferences, and it looked pretty interesting. Apparently, it got a release date for this year. It's coming now. When exactly? The 19th.
August. Oh yeah, sorry.
August 19th, 2021. And I think I'm gonna check this one out. Also available on what? Game
Willem
Pass,
Dafoe's in it,
man. The Game Pass, man. I'm gonna be playing this. Yeah, I want to check it out because it did look interesting to me. It's like one of those puzzle solvers. Like I don't know if it was IGN or I watched someone where they were talking about the game, and it seemed pretty interesting. Where you play in this game, pretty much different scenarios be happening, and you get to like repeat them to do different things after you die. It's pretty interesting. Still, you guys should look at the deep analysis for 12 minutes. It actually sounds pretty cool indie game.
After we know where the budget for this game went. To the voice acting.
To the voice acting.
William
right?
Dafoe, Daisy Ridley, James, McAvoy, I think.
Yeah.
I got some names in this one.
Psychonauts 2 was the next game, which looks pretty damn cool too.
Yeah. Is the
What do you
first
think,
game
Jack?
in Game Pass?
On Xbox it is. I'm not sure on
Oh,
PC.
okay.
On Series X it is. I seen it there. But this shit looks pretty cool, man. It looks interesting. I think it's another game that, you know what I mean? It's not that I'm dying to play it, but yo, if it's on Game Pass, I might, you know what I mean?
Might
Game
check it
Pass
out.
there. Might check it out, man. It looks pretty interesting.
That's why I was asking about the first one, because I'm like, if the first one is there, maybe I'll check out the first one and then play
I think
that.
it's only on console. I'm not sure on the PC version because I know you don't have an Xbox.
okay.
But on
Hell
console,
no.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Why you gotta say it like that, bro? Why you gotta say it like hell?
Fuck Xbox. What I need the Xbox for? I'm not you.
What do you mean? What's wrong with getting an Xbox, sir?
What do I need it for?
Play old games like Burnout Revenge.
You can't do that on PC?
I don't think Burnout Revenge is on PC, actually. I don't think so. Where can you play Burnout
You
Revenge on
can
PC?
in other
Where?
ways.
But what
In
emulator
other
even plays
ways.
Burnout Revenge, though?
Revenge?
What
There's a
emulator plays
360
Burnout
emulator.
Revenge? Nah, I'm not trying
There's
to
a
go figure
360
out
emulator.
Is it hard to get a 360 emulator running on
No.
a PC? Yeah, well, whatever. Some classics on there, man. I can't even lie. Besides a few things, I've been enjoying the Series X for playing my old games, man. I've been enjoying the old games so far. I've been playing on that shit. They also announced a whole bunch of other Bethesda games coming to Game Pass and getting FPS boosts as well. Fallout 76 got a new expansion. Party Animals. Hades is finally coming to Xbox and PlayStation, Jack.
Yes.
About time.
Jack. I seen that announcement. I was like, yo.
Jack, move, man.
Jack probably losing his shit because I was like, is it y'all coming to Xbox, not PlayStation?
I definitely tweeted Shuhei as soon as I seen that shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't too happy, man. But they was coming to play, so good announcement, great announcement.
Yeah. Then they started talking about the big guns, what people been waiting for. Halo Infinite. Halo fucking Infinite. And man, if you had conversations with me about Halo prior to this E3, I was just so down about it, man. I was just like, I don't know. 343, I don't really trust them. They've burnt me before, man, with, Master Chief Collection broken at launch when I had my Xbox One. Halo 5 campaign was trash. The multiplayer it was cool, but it didn't feel like Halo to me. It didn't the aesthetics, it just didn't feel like a Halo game to me, low key. I almost felt like a spin-off type of shit. Also Halo 4, the campaign was solid, but that multiplayer was trash. Probably the least time I put into Halo was probably Halo 4. So I felt like I've been burnt before by 343. So I was really hoping that Halo Infinite has a really fucking good showing, and I think they did. I don't want to talk about it, so I want to hear it from RGT. What did you think of Halo Infinite's showing at E3 and the stuff that they showed even after E3 too? The little breakdown. We might as well kill two birds with one stone, and what they showed after. What did you think?
It looked a lot better from a graphical standpoint. Like, I think they're doing a good job with the game. I can't lie. I have never finished a Halo campaign.
What?
I only play the multiplayer.
I don't blame you.
I only play the multiplayer. So I was very happy that they showed multiplayer because I was expecting them just to do story stuff, and I was gonna be like, oh, okay, something I'll never play. But they showed the multiplayer campaign, and I was like, yes, I'm in. This looks great. The hook shot looks awesome. I loved it. So yeah, it was awesome.
Jamie, thoughts on that Halo multiplayer?
Well, to back up a little bit, I actually wanted to see more of because we all know the infamous Craig trailer that caused the game to be delayed in the first place. I kind of wanted them to do another single player trailer to show the improvements that they had made on the game, and kind of quiet the speculation of single player being in shambles. So they didn't do that. They showed a little bit of like a cutscene that might be in the game with Master Chief and I don't even know this new AI chick, her name, but that was there. But then they immediately got into the multiplayer. I thought the multiplayer looked fun as hell. Like the whole hook shot, picking up items and throwing it at people, or hooking yourself to the roof, shooting motherfuckers out the air. Like that shit looks fun as hell to play. And I think they're nailing the whole aspect of the multiplayer. I forget what was it, the thrusters I don't think are in the multiplayer anymore.
Yes, sir. Yes, gunshot.
Yeah. So that's gone, and I think you still sprint though, but
that's cool.
It's looking fun though. Like I'm excited. It definitely became one of my most anticipated. I mean, Halo was already one of my most anticipated games of the year. But that multiplayer, I can't wait to play that shit.
I think I might be the biggest Halo fan in this podcast, which is cool. I have a lot of history with Halo. And when I tell you Halo's looking, believe me, Halo, at least when it comes to the multiplayer portion, that shit is looking right, bro. That shit is looking right. Just aesthetically too. I just like how this reminds me so much of like fucking Halo 3, even just the art direction with the Spartan armors and stuff like that. That shit just looks so fucking good. Cause honestly, this shit was starting to get weird with Halo 4 and 5. Like I didn't even recognize this shit. I'm like, this shit don't even look like Halo to me no more, bro. Like all these wacky ass Spartan looking ass shit, it just didn't look right to me. So this is looking like classic Halo, and they nailed that. You know what I mean? And the things that we've seen with the grappling hook is great news. People are saying, oh, people are going to be grappling hook around, but it turns out it's just a pickup item. Equipments are back in Halo. Yeah. So it's a focus on that, and that's super fucking dope. So it's not like everyone has a loadout, everyone's got a grappling hook using that. You have to fight for the equipment too, just like you have to fight for the power weapons. And that's just key in the Halo game. Other things that I liked about it is they brought it back the blood splatter when you're shooting people. So that's really dope.
Yep.
That's really dope. So we got some more details about Halo's multiplayer because we know it's going to be a free to play. They said that there's going to be battle passes, but your battle passes will not expire, and you will be able to buy previous battle passes. And all the stuff that are in this game that you can like buy will be like straight like cosmetic. There won't be no form of pay to win type of bullshit in here, and that's good to hear them come out and say they want it to be like that, So that's dope. They also have this Halo's also gonna have an academy mode to introduce new players into the series with bots and training stuff and then verbiage from like previous Halo games to get you acquainted to the series and stuff like that. What else? It's gonna have cross progression and cross play. They're hitting all the nails right now. So you can start the game on the console, move on to the Steam version, the Windows Store version, and carry on with your stats and just wherever you picked off. Super dope shit, man. Super dope shit.
To backtrack for a quick second, that was one of the things I was disappointed not to hear about Battlefield is they ain't announced shit about cross-play or cross-progression.
Yep.
So, definitely, hopefully, there's still hope for that. But
yeah,
this Halo shit, multiplayer-wise, is looking great. Unfortunately, I think this might be the only thing that launches as far as Halo goes this year.
I agree.
I'm just so like they ain't give us no release date, man. They talk about this holiday shit, man.
You think it's still a possibility we get this multiplayer first and we don't get the campaign? You think that's a possibility?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
And I like how they said it was the first season of the multiplayer because they said that that's going to go on for 10 years.
Platform or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
So what was also some cool facts about Halo Infinite is just you know what I liked a lot? The attention to detail. You know, at first you could in the previous games you could do just very basic customization in terms of like your armor, like okay, maybe you could do your shoulder pads, your chest, your helmet, and stuff like that. Now it seems like they took it to the next level in terms of customization. Where I know you could do your visor before, but now you could just do little, like very little things, like even just your knee pads, or like just it looks like they took the customization and brought it to the next level, as well as you could do weapon customization too. So, I like it. All
You
the
think they
features
got
that
cut off jean shorts?
I think I hope so.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I hope so, man. But they said they got prosthetic arms, legs, all sorts of shit. So it seemed like all the shit that we wanted from a Halo game, they put it in this shit, man. And I'm liking it. This shit looks smooth,
that
man.
samurai skin, that shit looked
It
fire.
reminded me of the Hayabusa armor from Halo 3. Do you remember that Ryu Hayabusa
that armor was fire, son.
Yeah, the Hayabusa armor is kind of back, with that one, So I don't know. This was easily my favorite, showing. Even though that I wanted them to spend a little bit more time with Halo, but I think it was my favorite showing of the show, man. It was my favorite.
Yeah,
show
it's
of the
definitely
show
up there.
because you
Maybe
know
top
why?
three
You
for me,
know
definitely.
why? Because I was so worried. Like, this shit might just not look right. And I was just so worried, and I feel like even though they still could fuck it up between now and launch, I just felt so much stress from my body. I'm like, this shit actually looking like it's gonna slap. Now multiplayer's looking.
So you were more
solid.
concerned about the multiplayer than anything
No,
else.
I'm
as
just
far as
not even the
Halo game.
multiplayer, just the way the game just the way the game is gonna play. And this really just this is how I imagine a modern Halo game should look like. You know what I mean? Like when I think and I imagine it, this is how I imagine a Halo game to look like. So I was extremely happy about that. Alex, thoughts?
Yeah.
You excited for this Halo multiplayer?
Very
show?
excited. I like how it looks. I'm hoping Halo makes a comeback. I love seeing everybody get excited about Halo again because it needs to come back. Like there aren't that many great shooters around anymore, even me personally saying that. But I'm very happy that Halo will come back. It looks like it's going to be good, but I think it is going to be a full-on game as a service kind of a deal. And we're not going to see the campaign for a while.
Cheese. Sheesh. All right, man. But Halo's looking right, man. Any last thoughts on Halo RGT? Last
Want
thoughts?
it now.
You want it now? Yeah, me too, man. All right, so quickly go over some more announcements. Diablo 2 Resurrected got
We got to talk about that, Kofi.
It's coming out September 23rd. I think I'm gonna check it out, man. You know what I mean? I think I might Alex, man. I think I'm gonna check it out. It kind of caught my eye. I don't even know if it was the
Another
E&J
one.
during the conference or something, but it kind of caught my eye a little bit. So I might check out Diablo 2 with Alex. We might do a little stream together, man. They also announced the sequel to A Plague's Tale, Requiem.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to be really excited about that, and it's not going to be exclusive or anything like that. But I'm not sure. I think they said it was going to come to Game Pass day one, though. I think that's what they said, though.
Yep.
I think all of this shit was coming to Game Pass day one, so that's good news for Xbox owners, I guess. This game is coming out 2022. We didn't get a solid release date for A Plague's Tale. They showed more of Far Cry 6. Nobody gives a shit. They showed Slime Rancher 2. I don't know what the fuck that is. They showed a game called Shredders. Shredders. It looked like a terrible game. I'd rather play Tricky or something, you know. This is the sleeper game of the announcement that really caught my eye. Replaced. Jack, what did you think about Replaced? What did you think about Replaced? It was that indie-looking game that kind of reminded everyone. Everyone thought it was like the last night.
Yeah.
First. Everyone thought that
And it's not.
And it's not. Something else. What did you think of it, Jack? This shit looked kind of good, man. I know you like them indie style games like this too, and this shit was looking kind of right.
Definitely caught my eye. Definitely looked. This was like one of the first games they showed. I was like, oh shit, like I need to play that. Like I hope it's not exclusive. Apparently it might be a multi-plat, so we're gonna see what's going on with that. But definitely look cool. I actually did a little research on the game, and it said it's like you're like an AI robot or some shit, like you're like a sentient AI, and you trapped in a human's body, and you trying to escape. So got like that
Really cool.
cyberpunk setting aesthetic to it. I'm looking forward to a 16-bit. I can fuck with that.
Okay.
Hopefully.
And Grounded got a new expansion. I'm not gonna talk too much about this because I don't know if nobody here played. Me and one I actually played and finished all the content in the fucking thing. The funny thing, Grounded, if it was a finished game, it might not be too bad. No, I know you're laughing, but it wasn't actually too bad, yo. but it was just
that
unfinished.
shit
Y'all
trash.
build a
Yeah,
build a house on
that.
there?
Yeah, we tried to build a house. That shit fell apart, bro. It was
I
so,
see
it was
somebody
actually kind of fun to
build
play.
a mansion on that motherfucker one time.
Yeah, that shit was actually kind of fun to play at the time, though. But it just had no content in there. So obviously it was a game preview type of game. But I don't know. Maybe when it's done, like the final version is, I might jump back on that with the boys, see how it'll go. I think they showed Among Us is coming to Xbox. 15-player lobbies is coming. New death animations
Game Pass, I believe too. Yeah.
coming to Game Pass. And this is the game that Alex pronounced that I totally forgot how you say it again. How do you say it?
Euden Chronicles.
Euden Chronicles 100 Heroes. This is the game that kind of reminded everybody of Octopath Traveler. It looked pretty good, man. It looked pretty good. It's a new JRP action adventure. It's published by 505 Games. So, and 6-player battle system. I'm interested. If it's launched, I think it's launching in Game Pass as well. So I will be checking that out, like everything else here.
That shit look just like Octopath too.
Yeah, they showed the Ascent games launching in Game Pass as well, and we've seen a little bit of Ages of Empires 4 as well, coming out October 28th, launching in Game Pass, and we got a funny ass trailer by what's the studio? Obsidian. There we go. We got a funny ass trailer by Obsidian, and they announced the Outer Worlds 2. Pretty much the whole trailer was a spoof to modern day game trailers when they literally have nothing to fucking show. So I thought that was really well done. It was funny, even though they kind of finessed us a little bit by doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Because this game is nowhere near finished.
Yep.
This game is nowhere fucking near finished, and they're probably just starting this shit. Because they're working on Avowed, and they just dropped the fucking Grounded. So this game's probably nowhere near finished. It's probably in the pipeline. So they just made this little spoof trailer to let people know that it is in the works, and we're not gonna probably not gonna be playing it anytime soon though. We got Microsoft Flight Simulator Console Edition, and the other big announcement of the night was Forza Horizon 5. Wow. The game looked fantastic. Man. I can't wait to play it.
Best looking game at the show for me.
This was the best looking game, man. The game got a release date for November 9th, 2021. It's crazy how this game was revealed for the first time. Got a release date. Halo, still no release date. Fucking crazy, man. Still no release date. So the game looked dope. It's taking place in Mexico. They showed some new features. There's going to be some sort of map editor mode where you can create your own type of mini games. I'm a big fan of the Horizon series. Played every single one of them. Beat every single one of them. Like done all the races. RGT, you mess with the series?
Oh, yeah, I've been playing them since the original Xbox. I'm definitely very impressed with how this game looks. And once again, it's another Game Pass game. So there's, if you own an Xbox platform, there's no reason not to play it. But yeah, I used to like the Gran Turismo games a little bit more, but for the Forza games just come out more often. So it's like you're constantly getting new content, whereas Gran Turismo, they'll take 5 years off, and it's like, fucking hey, give me a new game. But yeah, the game looked amazing visually. I liked the sort of the dune buggies and stuff like that they had in there to sort of mix it up. I think it's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, this game's gonna slap. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's not much I can say. Playground's been really consistent with the Horizon series, and hopefully there's enough new in this Horizon series to keep elevating the series. They're on their 5th entry, so the Mexico. At first, I was like, Mexico, but after seeing footage, this shit does look really fucking good. And is this game coming out to the original Xbox One as well? Is it a cross-gen title, or is it only on the series consoles? I'm not too sure.
That's a good question. I don't
know. Maybe somebody in the chat could tell me, because I'm not sure.
Let me say.
I don't know if it's coming to the original.
I don't think it is. Well, not now, but I mean, they could do it in 2022 when they do xCloud on the original Xbox One.
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. Okay, people in the chat is telling me it's cross-gen, so I'm really curious to see how this game is gonna run on the original Xbox One.
It is on the original Xbox One.
It's confirmed to be 4K 30 in like quality mode on the Series X, and the Series X is gonna have a performance mode where it's gonna be 4K 60. But with these consoles, when they say 4K, it's probably dynamic. It's probably who knows
Yeah.
what it's gonna be. For the 4K be bootleg on the consoles, it still looks great, but it'd be not as really advertised as with how do you say it?
Nah, they
Rastix?
was
Whatever is shit, bro. So we're gonna see how
they
it-
was
see how
killing the
it turn out.
Xbox dudes on the timeline when they found out that this was running at 30 FPS and needed a performance mode
Why?
because
No
Why
ray
though?
tracing. No ray tracing.
yeah, because the Xbox guys, whenever like the PlayStation games have like performance modes, they be like, oh, PlayStation games don't. Xbox games don't need performance mode. They either all 60 or higher. And so for this game to come out and be 30 FPS, and need a performance mode, they was coming at the Xbox dudes for that.
Oh,
Smooth was having a meltdown.
Shout
They're
out
coming
Smooth.
hard after him.
You know, it's a little bit disappointing to me that how, if you guys don't know, Auto Vista's a mode. It's pretty much a showroom mode where it has like the high quality cars where you can just walk around your cars and open the doors and open the trunk. That's the only mode that's gonna have ray tracing. That's a little bit disappointing to me, man. I
Yeah,
thought they were
that's
gonna go a little
crazy.
bit crazy, man. That's literally the showroom mode is gonna have ray tracing, not any. I don't know. Maybe do they feel like it's gonna be too demanding? But at least on the PC version, they should give us the option, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
know.
don't see why I wouldn't have the option on PC.
Yeah, maybe give us some like reflections with the car paint or the mirrors or something.
Hey, Kofi, let me ask you a question though. If it was ray tracing 30 frames per second, you playing that?
I won't.
On
I'm not
PC?
playing this on. I'm not playing this on console though. It's gonna be on PC
Oh, alright.
as well. Remember, I got a 3090, baby. We get both. We get
Oh,
both.
so-
You know what I mean? We
so
get
you doing
both,
the
man,
tier.
over here, man.
Okay, my bad, okay.
We get both, man. But no, Jack. To answer your question, if it had ray tracing and the only option was 30 FPS, I wouldn't even use it. I'll just play the 60 version. There's at no point in time where I have both options, I'm picking 30. No way. You know what? I tried actually playing Ratchet and Clank at 30, Jack. I moved it back over there, and I got sick. It really gave me a headache. It really gave me a headache. I'm so serious.
Crazy.
It's
That's
weird.
crazy.
Maybe because I already experienced the game at 60, so going to 30, it started to make me feel like a type of way. So I had to put it back. So Forza looked great. It's coming out in November. And the last game that they showed, to wrap up the conference, was a new IP from Arcane called Redfall, and it's launching 2021 for Xbox and PC exclusive. It was just another cinematic trailer, so I don't know what to expect from this. It's vampires in the game.
Looks
What
bad.
what is this? Alex,
Looks
we
like a
can't
full
even-
player
we-
Left
we-
4 Dead.
Yeah, it
looks
kind of reminded
bad,
me of
dude.
some. I can't even say it looks bad because this is not even representation of what the game is gonna even look like.
Why would you end the show with that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
that was
bad
kind
show.
of a
It was a
weird
bad
decision.
show ender, bro. Like this shouldn't have been at the end of the show because, like, when did Arcane be the studio to like, oh shit, we're gonna end this shit on Arcane? Yeah, they made some dope
Right.
games like with the Dishonored, but like, if you're gonna do this, you have to come with gameplay to blow everybody away. But y'all
Right.
ended it in the cinematic. You have to show us like, okay, Arcane can do something incredible, and maybe have a gameplay slice and play. Then maybe we'll all be blown away, right? But they just ended on some cinematic shit. So I almost felt the same as like watching the Starfield stuff or the Avalanche one. Like, okay, cool, Xbox got another game in development coming, but like, what is it exactly? Like, I don't know. It was just a weird announcement, and it's weird that they saved it for last. Any thoughts?
Summer
Reminded me of that
2022.
game. Remember the game Fuse that EA did for a while ago? Like how they
Insomniac?
tried to like present it really well.
Yeah, I
Or
think that was-
Insomniac, that's it.
Yeah,
But then EA ruined it.
Yeah,
Yep.
It reminded me of that.
yeah.
Or
You
they're
know what?
trying to like evoke that.
The reason why I feel like I can say I enjoyed the show and I say Xbox still delivered because after that podcast with Rand that we did and we kind of did a breakdown of all the studios and what they're working on, I think I set my expectation. I had my expectations in check. Besides Hellblade not being here, which is really disappointing because that game's been announced for it was like the first game announced. Besides that not being here and having some sort of presence, I thought they did a pretty good job with this presentation. You know what I mean? The games that needed to look good. Like Halo looked good, needed to look good. It did. Forza needed to look good. It did. And those games are coming out this year. You know what I mean? And they had sprinkled in a couple of cool announcements then. That's why I felt like this show was actually one of Microsoft's better shows. I actually think the C3 might be better than their last year's their last year's showcase as well. Like I just overall I enjoyed the show. Jack, how do you feel about the Xbox show in totality now? You know, with the games they announced and all of that, man.
I mean, if we comparing it, like I really don't like comparing it to like other E3s recently because E3 been so shit lately. Like they could have came out there and Phil could have twerked on stage for 30 seconds and the shit would have been, a great showing for them. So I don't know, like the thing. And then another thing, I don't even know if this shit is true. Porter Rock leaked the list of games they showed that's supposedly coming to the PlayStation. So it's like that's a good thing for me because I was interested in some of the games they showed. So
yeah, so that's good, right?
I get them props for their commitment to Game Pass. I get them props for that.
Everything's in there, yeah.
And their first party, to me, if I was an Xbox guy, I would not be that impressed or enthusiastic about the first party showing personally. But they trying, I guess. They're trying. Again, they're trying. 7 years, they trying. So, Halo and Forza were their two biggest showings, and Halo Gears of Forza is a meme. So what does that tell you? But it was a good showing. It was a good showing. I give them props.
Yeah. All right, so if you were to give it a score, Jack, what would you give it?
I'm gonna give him like a. I didn't even rate this on Weapon. I gave like a 7. I give him a 7.
Gee, okay. Alex, thoughts of the overall
I also
show?
gave them a 7.
You also giving them a 7. So what was the highlights for you?
Yes.
Pretty much Halo.
Stalker was a big highlight. I liked how it looked. And Halo looked great, and I think Forza was a big surprise for me.
Yeah, you should check it out. Like even people who are non-racing fans seem to enjoy the game. You should honestly, it's on Game Pass. You should check it out. And
Yeah, I
play with
might.
us, bro.
Made a 3.
You should check it out. J Main,
Yo.
conference. I know you're depressed. Looking at your game.
No, we look at we actually doing all right now. We're down 5, so we'll see. I think I gave this conference a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7. I was just disappointed with the fact that a lot of the first party, they bought 30,000 studios, and I wanted to see more gameplay from these
30,000.
studios.
30,000.
Come on, Fathead Phil got up on that stage and announced about 10 new acquisitions that one time. Like, they got mad studios, but like to see not Avalanche, the Redfall game to be shown and not have no gameplay shown. Like, that's what I wanted to see out of the first party wise, from like the newer studios that they bought. And then like even games like that is like, what year is that coming out? Hellblade, which was revealed a year or two ago. And now we just getting word today that the shit is just coming out of pre-production, or it's just going into the full slate of development.
Full production.
When is that coming out then? It's like, when is that supposed to be coming out?
Yeah.
So yeah, like Rare, we also found out the game that Rare announced, Everwild, is getting rebooted and is aiming for 2024. So we don't know what the hell what's going on with that. So we got Sea of Thieves from them. Nothing on State of Decay. And
Fable.
Was it Starfield? Nah,
Nothing from Fable 2. Nothing. We knew that, but we knew for all of this. We kind of knew.
I didn't expect Fable to be there, but even Starfield, like overall, I feel like a lot of the newer stuff that they were showing from like the newer studios, they didn't give me enough of what I wanted to see or any hope that they were coming anytime soon. And like you said, we kind of expected that, but I wanted to be proven wrong, and I wasn't proven wrong with that. And a lot of one of the best shows for me was Battlefield. You know what I'm saying? That was a multiplayer, but Halo absolutely looked great. Forza looked fantastic. Some of the indie stuff looked good. And so I think, 6.5, 7 is where I land on the rating scale. It was good, but I thought they could have came harder with the first party offering and showing more gameplay for us to get an idea of what we got coming forward.
Yeah. And RG2, final thoughts on the show and final score?
I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to give it an 8. I liked, as a show, it was great. I felt they showed me games that are coming next year. They showed me games that are coming this year. They showed me games I didn't really necessarily expect to see or maybe didn't care about. They showed their direction of what they're doing with their company, with Game Pass being a big focus. And it was just, the flow of the presentation was good. I just thought overall it was, it made me happy to own an Xbox Series X because I'm going to be able to play these games via Game Pass and not have to spend any, additional money on them. And if they suck, it's like, oh, well, whatever. So no, I like that. I give it an 8.
Yeah. Overall, at the end of the show, I enjoyed it, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't the E and J, man. It wasn't the E and J, bro. I enjoyed the show. It was a lot of. It was.
How many
it was a lot of fun.
shots did you take? 20,
I think it was.
27 shots?
I think it was. Yeah, it was like 27, almost 30. I think. Yeah, I was like, yeah. I mean, I had the bottle. I was
Jesus,
taking
dude.
sips. Had a chaser of Coke with
Jesus
me, bro.
Christ.
My stomach was on fire, bro, because I did a little bit of Game Pass drinking game RGT. Every time they say Game Pass, I took a sip out of my E and J, man. Made my stomach burn a little bit, man. But
We
it
lucky
was
you still
definitely
with us, dude, right?
yeah, it was definitely a fun live stream, and I enjoyed it, man. Like I came in there with lower expectations after talking with the right people and kind of getting a timeline what some of these games are coming, and the games that I wanted to come and show up and have a good showing did. Specifically Halo and Forza. We got to see some cool little indie games and smaller titles. Stalker was a little bit of a surprise as well there. And yeah, we got 3 new game announcements with or AAA with the Outer Worlds, Redfall, and the Avalanche game, which they're all CGI. So I guess just more is coming down the pipeline. Overall, I would give this conference a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I think Microsoft, with the current situation that they were in, with all their studios occupied probably and just coming off a game and probably just starting up development in a lot of these games. I think with the cards that they had, I think this is probably the best that they could have played. So I'm not mad at it. I give the conference a 7 out of 10, man. A 7 out of 10. It was a good conference, man. Shout out to Microsoft, man. At the end of that shit, I wasn't really disappointed. It seems like some people were, but me, I wasn't really too disappointed because I think my expectations were in check. All right, so let's move on. Let's turbo speed this, and let's get the last one. And we pretty much went through this E3 conference, and we're gonna end the show with Alex reading the super chats, and we're gonna get out of here, man. So, Nintendo on the 15th.
Yeah, I forgot about Nintendo. Shit.
Yo, during all of this, I actually forgot about Nintendo, right? I wasn't really thinking about it because Nintendo shit is just so hard to fucking predict, right? Like they're just so off the rails sometimes. Like you just don't know. Like I didn't do post show or pre-show like predictions. Like with Nintendo, it's just hard to see what they got coming. But I will say, man, I think Microsoft edged Nintendo just a little bit from this showing to me personally. But Nintendo is definitely a close fucking second. And I want to quickly go over some of the dope games that they showed at their Nintendo Direct. So they opened up with Kazuya being the next character coming into Smash, man. And listen, this would usually make me super fucking hyped, right? But I have beef with Super Smash Bros. Now, man. I cannot fucking enjoy this game with my friends. You know why, Alex? You know why,
Trying to
RGT?
win.
No, it's not even that. The online is so fucking shit, bro. Have you tried playing Super Smash Bros. Online? Like, yo, that shit is bad.
Terrible.
Especially, look, if you got 2 people with on Wi-Fi, spooky. If you got 2 people with Ethernet and they're close by range, maybe you might be okay. Try playing that shit 4 players or 4 friends online. It's a no-go. That shit it's just a terrible experience, and it's kind of sad because it's kind of killed my hype for Super Smash Bros. Like prior to this game being announced, I wanted to play this game a whole lot, but since I can't play with people and enjoy it online, like it's kind of killed this game for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't have people coming to my place to play video games like I used to. So
Right.
Nintendo needs to somehow make this online better for Smash, man.
Well,
I don't know.
They could technically, because remember how Super Mario Party just got the online added in for some of the stuff, because
And I heard it works good.
Yeah, what happened was Capcom bitched because they wanted Monster Hunter Rise to run good online. So Nintendo actually changed their servers over to the NEX server. I think that's what it's called, or maybe that was the original one. And the server that they were using was like 19 years old. And now they've upgraded it to like a more traditional online system. So that's why games like Super Mario Party and Monster Hunter Rise, they run great online because they've upgraded the server. So could they potentially do something like that with Smash? I think they should, considering how many copies it sold and how many people want to play it. But I mean, it is Nintendo at the end of the day.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna probably skip over some of the smaller announcements. You know, we got Life is Strange coming to the Switch, on Guardians of the Galaxy, which it looks like it belongs on the Switch. 2 Point
That's a
Camps.
cloud. That's a cloud version.
Oh, it's
Only.
a cloud. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
cloud version. There
Yeah.
you go. So it's a streaming version. So it's gonna be even 10 times even worse. Confirmed. On the Nintendo Switch. We got an announcement of Super Monkey Ball, right? So it's a collection of all the Super Monkey Ball games, I believe. Am I right, RGT? Is it a collection of all of them?
Yeah, and it has like the mini games from it and stuff.
Oh, okay, so that's coming out October 5th. So all the Super Monkey Balls fans out there, I used to actually like playing these games back in the day, man. I think I had one
They were
for
fun.
for the Wii and shit. It used to make me mad fucking dizzy playing it, but it was actually kind of fun still. So I might have to check that out at some point at a discounted price. And the big announcement, let's not waste no time. The big announcement of the night to me, personally, was Metroid fucking Dread. Oh my god, that shit looks so good. That's so good. So it's from the creators of the people who did Samus Returns, I believe, right?
Yep.
And it's launching
Yeah.
surprisingly this year, October 8th, 2021. So I'm extremely happy about that because I need some more games to play on my Nintendo Switch. And the game looked great, man. RGT, what'd you think? What do you think, man?
I thought it looked really good. I have a weird thing where I'm in my head, you know, and you see it with people talking online, like, is a 2D Metroid worth $60? I think to all of us, and probably, you know, most of the people in the chat, we wouldn't have a problem spending $60 on a 2D Metroid as long as it's a good game. But I feel like, you know, so many games that are Metroidvanias that are out there that are $20, $15 right out of the gate because they're smaller indie games. I do feel like it's going to be a bit of a hard sell. I think the Metroid franchise has always been more of like the super hardcore Nintendo fans who buy them. And a Metroid game has never sold over 3 million copies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle, but I definitely liked the darker tone of it. I liked the fact that you have this creature that's chasing after you, kind of like, you know, feels like the Alien movies and stuff like that. I thought it looked really good, and it looked really smooth playing it as well. So I'm definitely really looking forward to it. I picked up the special edition because I have problems.
I think, I think this one's going to surpass in sales Samus Returns for sure. I think so. Because I heard that game didn't even sell 1 million copies.
Yeah, Samus Returns bomb. Like, I actually have a bet right now with the Spawn cast where if Dread sells over 3 million copies in the first year, I have to play Balan Wonderworld start to finish.
Oh no,
that's a good bet.
You might be safe.
And if I win, if it doesn't sell 3 million copies, John will buy me Metroid Prime 4. So I'm feeling confident.
That's a good bet. You know what? I think I'm on might be on John's side of the bet, RGT. I think this might be actually one of the. I think this one's gonna surpass. I don't know about 3 million in the first year though. That's tough. That's a tough one.
I can see it surpassing that.
People like to bring up Fire Emblem. That's what OJ always brings up. Well, Fire Emblem, you know, nobody cared about that. But the thing is, Fire Emblem was always popular in Japan. Metroid, nobody in Japan gives a fuck about it. It's got to be all Western audience. And people like to say, oh, 1-2 Switch sold well. And it's like, well, yeah, it came out when there was nothing out for the system. And it was a party game. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be tough, but you know, either way, I don't care.
You know what? I see this game doing extremely well because if you're just looking at like what the Switch, like people are buying fucking games on that platform, man.
Buying everything.
People are buying fucking games on, like every game is breaking previous entries, records and shit like that. You know, like the software sales are going crazy on the Switch right now. I don't know if people are finishing it, but they're definitely buying these games. They're going crazy. So I definitely see this Metroid with the hype behind, you know, Metroid Prime 4, something to scratch the itch. I definitely see a lot of people picking this shit up. A lot of people. For sure, it's going to surpass Samus Returns. I think that's a no-brainer. But for it to do 3 million in 1 year, that's where I'm iffy. I definitely see this Metroid doing over... I see it doing over 1.5. 1.5 easily.
I could see 2 mil in the first.
Yeah, 1.52. 3 is I think might be a little bit of a stretch. I don't know, but because like
in
you
the
said,
year,
you know why? Because Metroid Prime is always been a critically type of acclaimed franchise, but it's never really like sold well.
People
like,
don't
if you
buy
actually
it.
look at it. People actually don't buy that shit. Like Nintendo fans, for some reason, like it has such a hardcore fan base, but like it don't really be getting supported like that.
You know how Nintendo could get this game to sell?
What?
Take Samus out of Smash, right? And then said, listen, if this game sells well enough, we'll consider putting it.
You know what? You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna say, you know what they're gonna say?
Crazy.
This game, or Jack, you know what they could do? This game is gonna go off sale in like a month, in like 6 months. So buy it
Oh
now.
yeah, we're gonna
or it's
stop selling it in 3
we're
months.
gonna
There
stop.
you go.
You know what I mean? They could do that. That
with
shit's
that.
gone out of here, man. This shit's out of here.
With that.
But honestly, this shit looks dope. It says it's an end to the Metroid arc, so that's interesting. It takes place after Fusion, so I'm definitely looking forward to this shit, man. This shit's gonna be dope.
They
And I
said
want to
this,
see
this,
where they
this
take
game
us.
been rumored for like 16 years now. They said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The title's not even a new
crazy.
title. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
it's
I
not
didn't
a
know
new
that.
title. It's crazy. So that was probably like the biggest announcement at the Nintendo show for me. They showed Just Dance.
I thought it
Dragon
was
Ball-
cool, yeah. But the thing is,
That's
like,
cool.
why didn't we get like a Metroid Prime collection? That's
Hey,
like
we
the
still lack-
easiest thing
hey,
they could have done.
We still
I
lacking
still
that,
And they
think
man.
didn't even get close
I
to
still
doing
think
it.
it exists. I think they're just waiting for Prime 4.
to get
It's the
closer.
easiest thing.
Yeah, so you can launch that, and then 9 months later, because Prime 4 is not coming out anytime soon. I think that what they want to do is launch that 9 months beforehand. You get that going, people get hype about it, and then you launch 4, and bada
I can
boom.
mix this.
Yeah. All right, so they announced another Just Dance there, or the same shit. Dragon Ball Kakarot. They showed another trailer of Mario Golf Super Rush, which looks pretty damn good. Monster Hunter Stories 2. WarioWare. Get It Together.
Yeah,
So,
that looks good.
If you're into I want a Wario Land game. I want Wario
Thank
Land
you.
5 or some shit. I don't want no
Fucking
more of these type of
A.
games, man. I remember playing Wario Land 4 on the fucking Game Boy Advance. That game was incredible, bro. I need a sequel to that shit. That's what I really need. But I guess if you're into the little mini games to play with a partner, a friend,
Art
I guess
jokes,
this game-
PP jokes, butt jokes. That's what I'm all about.
yeah, you might enjoy this one. But this one I'm not really checking for it. I want when they bring me a Wario Land 4 or a sequel to Wario Land 4, then I'm there. They showed a gameplay of Shin Megami Tensei 5. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this game. It's coming out November 12th. It's pretty much hardcore Persona, it's looking like. I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei in my life, and I think this is gonna be my first one. Hopefully I like it.
I don't
Hopefully
think this
it.
game gonna sell either.
No, it'll be a niche game, but
Yeah, it's a
I
niche.
think
This has
it'll
always
sell-
been niche, right?
Well, because they want Persona 5 on the Switch. That's what they really want. So
Yeah.
they're
I
gonna
think if
rebel
it's-
against this game.
Well, they better support this then.
If it sells 1 million, I think everyone involved will be very happy with it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's my theory.
Cause I don't think Shin Megami Tensei's be doing crazy stuff numbers like that. It's not like they don't be doing nothing
Yeah, I don't
Persona
crazy.
didn't really sell crazy like that before a couple of years ago either, though.
Yeah, I don't think it does crazy though. Yeah, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm not familiar with the franchise, so it did look interesting to me, and obviously seeing all the demons that are are obviously in both games were pretty cool. The fusions, so it has a lot of elements like that. So I'm gonna check it out, and hopefully I gravitate towards it, like I gravitated towards Persona 5. So I'm gonna see how it's doing. They also announced a new Fatal Frame, and this one's actually coming to multiple
Cool.
platforms. I'm not familiar with the Fatal Frame franchise. I've always heard of it, but I've never
So-
played one before.
It's actually technically not a new one. This released
Oh, it's old?
on the Wii. It released on the Wii U, and it was a digital only game. And if you downloaded it, it pretty much took up your entire Wii U memory.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, so
Wow.
not a lot of
Wow.
people bought it, but I actually played it, and it's a fantastic horror game. It's super
Oh, yeah?
good. The Fatal Frame games, they're not Resident Evil scary, and they're just more like just an impending sense of doom and dread as you're going along. So you have like a camera, you're taking
Camera,
pictures of the
right?
ghost. That's not,
I'm looking at
yeah,
this.
that's how you combat against the ghosts. It's been a franchise. I mean, it originally was on like the Xbox and stuff like that, but yeah, this one's actually going to be multi-plat. And it's hopefully they have the costumes because they did a lot of DLC for the game as well. And I hope they do a physical because I don't want to do that digital shit again. But I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. They also showed Doom Eternal, which is launching June 15th.
DLC.
Yeah,
The DLC. The DLC. They showed Mario Rabbids again. And another surprise from this conference was they showed Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot. Pretty much it's a remake of the first two games.
Yes,
So
yes.
this
With
got a lot of
online
people
play.
excited. With
Made
online
by
play
Way
too.
Forward.
Yep, made by Way
Okay.
Forward.
Yeah, so a lot of people are looking forward to these games. You know, they were Game Boy Advance classics. So let's see, man. All the people that wanted another Advance Wars, at least y'all got this remake of 1 and 2. Maybe they'll make a third one if this one does extremely well. So
That game is fire. I used to play it back in the day. That shit fire.
yeah. Well, Jack, so you got your stamp of approval.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They showed also Hyrule Warriors expansion pass. The game was running at 10 frames per second, so you know,
Switch Pro, where you at, baby?
We need that Switch Pro, man.
Christ.
Yeah. They showed more Skyward Sword HD, released in July 16th. Sorry. Then what's up with Nintendo doing all these Game & Watch systems, man? They did a Legend of Zelda Game & Watch system, but I guess people buy them shits for collecting.
Ain't they like $60?
Yeah, for collection purposes.
50 or 60?
Yeah, they're 50.
I know Blandrew cop one of these.
I will say that the Zelda one is a much better value than the Mario one, because the Mario one was just Super Mario Brothers 1, whereas this you get Zelda, Zelda 2, and Link's Awakening Game Boy, and then there's like a Game & Watch mini game in it, and then there's like a clock where you could like stab Octoroks with a sword.
Yeah.
I bought one, of course, because
yeah. So, but I swear, aren't these available via the Nintendo Online to play?
That's what I was wondering.
Yes, the two of the games are. You can't there's no Game Boy on there, so Link's Awakening you would have to buy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Link's Awakening. Is weird because there should be Game Boy on there.
Yeah, they need to hurry up and bring Game Boy Advance on there. And last but not least, the game that people have been waiting for finally got a teaser trailer. And I wish Starfield's teaser trailer was kind of like this. You know, that's what my thoughts were. Like, you see, you do a trailer short, a teaser, but you still have like gameplay in it, like some gameplay elements in it. I wish Starfield's was more like this trailer. So we got to look at the sequel to Breath of the Wild. It doesn't have an official, well, it does have an official title, but they said that they don't want to tell us yet because it's going to give spoilers to the story. Which, how's that going to, that makes zero fucking sense if you really take it in.
Right. You got to reveal it at some point.
You gotta reveal it at some point.
The day before it releases. All right, here's
you gotta give us a title, like, eventually. So they showed Breath of the Wild 2, and to me, this shit looked great. Visually, obviously, it's the same aesthetics of, you know, Breath of the Wild. It's obviously not gonna be an increase looking at the Nintendo Switch, but pretty much, I guess the what they're doing with this game is you get to explore the sky and land now. I think that's the thing that you're doing in Breath of the Wild. It's funny, the parallels with Horizon Forbidden West. You're doing the land and sea. Now in Zelda, they're doing the sky and land. So it's interesting parallels because those games are always getting compared. And it seems like Link got some new ruins and stuff like that. His arm looks really funky, some really cool shit. The game looks a lot darker with that zombie. I don't know if it's supposed to be Ganon in like a zombie form or some shit like that. But I can't wait to see how the game turns out. One of my criticisms for the original Breath of the Wild is the game told the story a lot in its world. And I'm not saying I want the game to be cinematic, because I do not want Zelda to be cinematic. But if you played previous Zelda games from like Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, it seemed like there was a lot more. It was obviously not as big as Breath of the Wild, but I felt like there was more of a story there. So I'm hoping this one has a little bit more of a story, but I still want it to be focused mostly on exploration and gameplay, sir. Yes, go ahead, Jack.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question, because I was watching GMG yesterday, and Zaire was on there, next gen. He brought up a great point, right? And he was talking about Zelda Nintendo. He was like, imagine if the next God of War Horizon motherfuckers got on there and was me, it ain't have voice acting and all that. What would be wrong with Zelda being
They're
cinematic?
completely different games.
Nah, I don't want it.
Completely different games.
No, trust me. Yo, that would be fucking terrible, Jack. It would be fucking. Can you imagine if Zelda was like a cinematic type? No, I do not want that.
That'd be cool.
I like the text, Jack. I like the text, sir.
You think? All right,
would I be okay if Zelda having voice acting? It's cool, but kind of keep the text style. I like the text style of this game. I don't want this turning into no fucking PlayStation cinematic type of shit. Nah, dog. I don't want that.
Y'all don't like that now, but if they did,
No.
We don't need that shit.
No. Because
fuck out of here.
hey, man. Hey, they say Skyward Sword is one of the more cinematics. Zelda games. That's what I hear. Actually, that's one of the few 3D Zelda games I actually haven't beat. But they say Skyward Sword is one of the most narrative, more so cinematic types of Zelda games, and people don't really fuck with that one
That's
as
why people
much.
didn't like it. That's
People
why
didn't
people
fuck with that one that much, yo.
No,
So,
because
yeah.
of motion controls.
And that too,
That's
and that too, and that too.
I
But
didn't-
people,
like
people
the,
saying
like,
that it was
15
so
minutes before you even
cinematic
get to,
though.
like the first place.
Yeah, mad
The
cinematic.
only-
So
That's
Go
the
ahead.
only Zelda mainline Zelda game I haven't beat because I didn't like the motion controls.
yeah, I
was
didn't.
just like,
I tried
I'm
it
not
too.
gonna
I
do
didn't.
this.
I wasn't really feeling that, and I don't know. But yeah, Breath of the Wild. Please, I hope it's not cinematic. I do want more narrative, but not for it to be super cutscene driven. I don't want it to be like cutscene driven style like that though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but RGT, what did you think of the sequel to Breath of the Wild, man? I can't wait to play this shit. This shit got 3 million views in under like 24 hours, #1 trending on YouTube. So the hype is through the roof, obviously, for this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be great. I think there's still a lot to show from the game. Really, this to me was just a little sampling. I think they're going
sample.
to change up. I think they're gonna change up a few things with it. What they're gonna change up, I'm not quite sure, but I think they'll try to make the world a bit more lively. Because in Breath of the Wild, like there was a lot of just dead sections of world I felt, and I think they're gonna try to make it so that there's a little bit more going on. But I thought it looked great. I obviously want to see more. I want to learn more about the story. I am interested in that 2022 release date though, because to me that means that this game is a late 2022 game. Because I feel like if it was going to be an early 2022 game,
They would have gave us a date, right?
they would have said early. They would have said spring 2022, something like that. So that's kind of a bit interesting because it's not going to fall in line with the Zelda 35th anniversary. Which now, if you look at the 35th anniversary of Zelda, there's not shit going on with it. I actually have a video going up on it, hopefully soon. But yeah, so it looks great though. It's what I wanted to see, and I saw it, and I was happy.
You know what? On top of the me wanting to have a little bit more of a narrative instead of like obviously going to locations and seeing flashbacks of trying to gain your memories back. Like I don't want it to be played out like that. And from the looks of it, since it's looking like a continuation, it's probably not going to be designed that way. I'm really hoping the shrines come back. I'm somebody who likes the shrines, but I don't want to see another Trials of Strength like a million. Like you know what I mean? I want some different kinds of shrines in there. I hope they mix it up a lot more in this, as well of having some bigger, more complex type of dungeons in the game. Man, I want more dungeons in the next Zelda game, and something that someone could get stuck on a little bit, you know. So, but I do love the freedom of Breath of the Wild. I think that's what made the game so great, and just how free you felt in that world and how interactive that world was. So I hope they keep it. We're exploring the sky, so I'm curious to see all the different types of ruins and all sorts of stuff in the game and stuff like that. So I'm very interested, man. I'm very, very interested. Also, one thing I'm hoping is crafting. This game needs crafting. If you're gonna have weapons that break, I'm actually really cool with that. Just give us ways that we can already collect stones in the game and shit.
Or actually
give us ways that we
repair
can get repair or forge weapons. Like it's literally like a no-brainer at this point. Like we need some sort of crafting or repairing weapon system in the game. So I think little qualities of life, what they can do is they can really fix a few things and that they didn't get right in Breath of the Wild and really elevate this game to be something super dope. Super dope. So I'm really hyped for it. Really excited. J-Main, thoughts? Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for it and stuff like that. It would have been a nice surprise if it was coming this year, but obviously that's not happening. So it's coming out next year. So Guerrilla Games, if you're listening, it's safe to put out
safe.
Horizon Forbidden
It's
West this year. Go ahead and announce that release date. Y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. The comparisons will not be there this year. If you just drop it this year.
Yo, if Horizon is a 2022 release,
I mean, shit.
fucking get swept, my dude.
Yeah.
Horizon
Second
Forbidden
time in a
Awards and
row.
shit.
Jack, do you have any beef with this Zelda or what?
Oh, you mean beef?
Do you have any like problems or any beef with it, or because I've seen some people saying like, you know what I mean, they're doing some Horizon talk to us. I didn't, you know what I mean, like, or you're okay with what they showed? What was it?
Horizon
was it
Zelda are
BT
suffering from the same thing right now. The sequels look like the previous game. That's the only problem. I have. Other than that,
Okay.
hey man,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And Alex, final thoughts on this before we wrap up the podcast.
I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's going to be a good game. I did
It's
like
gonna
Breath of
be
the
good,
Wild a
man.
lot. I hope it takes a darker turn, almost like a Majora's Mask kind of thing. I think that'd be really cool if they did it that style. But yeah, I'll be definitely enjoying it on my Yuzu emulator.
Oh man, I'm gonna buy my copy and I'm gonna.
And
if
you
it
ain't
comes
gonna
out in
even.
easy,
Man,
I'm gonna buy
you still
my
ain't-
copy, man.
Especially if the frame rate looks as bad as it did on the actual show. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeesh.
All right, man. That's pretty much all the topics. We pretty much covered all the E3.
You didn't give a rating
And-
for Nintendo.
But let's give her. Oh, let's give it. Yeah, let's give her a rating real quick. If I gave Microsoft a 7, I'm giving this one a 6.5. And they had some cool shit. Metroid being the biggest highlight to me and the biggest surprise. Breath of the Wild, like it was just like a little, it was a tease. It gave me a little bit of blue balls. I still wanted a little bit more, But so far it's looking cool. And I already feel like with Zelda, I already know like, what's gonna be like. You know what I mean? I already have like an idea of like how it's gonna be like. So that Metroid was probably my favorite announcement of the day. So I would say this one was a 6.5 to me.
Yeah, I'm around there
6.5.
too with a 6. Where the fuck is Bayonetta 3?
Hey man,
It's called Babylon's Fall.
Babylon's Fall. That's what it is.
Oh man.
I'm also going to give it a 6.5. That's what I gave it in my video. That's what I'm sticking to it. I think there was too much filler, and I think there wasn't enough of what we needed to see out of Nintendo. People say Nintendo won E3. I don't think so. I think nobody won E3 this year because it was just a crapshoot. But I think it was. I'm happy Nintendo and Microsoft had good shows because they needed it.
Yeah. How about you, RGT?
Well, since I gave Xbox an 8 out of 10, I'm also going to give Nintendo an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 on the same level.
I felt, yeah, I mean, both of those shows were great. Just kind of depends what games you want. For me, there was a lot of good stuff in the Nintendo stuff. Advance Wars was awesome. To see Fatal Frame getting a re-release is awesome. Metroid Dread. So, and they focused on games for, pretty much just this year, aside from a few things like Breath of the Wild being a 2022 game. So these are all games that you're going to be able to play this year, which I think definitely helps them, whether the games hit with you or not. I mean, that just comes down to personal preference. But I put it right up there with the Xbox. Those were my two favorite, and I wouldn't be able to really pick a winner out of those two.
Yeah. All right, there we go. All right, so we pretty much just broke down E3, gave us our scores. Overall, this E3 was definitely mid, and thank you, Microsoft. Thank you, Nintendo, for putting on half-what decent shows, because if it wasn't for these two companies, the E3 would have been super dog shit, yo. There's rumors that PlayStation is going to be announcing a state of play soon, which it seems very viable. I don't think they're going to wait too long after E3 to announce their state of play, where they're going to show probably some of their games that they got come in with their partnerships and stuff like that. It makes sense. They probably just want, a week after E3 to cool off, and you're going to get all the fucking attention on social media and show up and show some shit. Someone in the chat said I missed Mario Party Superstars, which it's crazy how they
God.
They dropped the Mario Party, they fucked it up at launch, they fixed it so late, added the online board game, and now once they finally
announced
fixed
another
it,
one.
they announced another fucking Mario Party, which it looks
Like
like
you
now
can
it
play
looks perfect.
everything online
Yeah,
with this.
now you can play. Now they said you can play
use the
everything.
Switch Lite. Fuck
And
outta here.
I know, like they kind of fucked up with that first Mario Party,
Finesse.
big time, bro, big time.
Sold
Like,
over
what are they
10 mil,
thinking?
though, which blows my fucking mind.
I think that's the only Switch game I played. That last Mario.
Bro,
Party.
like they could, like that Mario Party could have been dope if they just fixed it, right? But they release a Mario Party, wait years, fix it later. Now they announce another one coming out. With have all the classic mini games and shit.
This
like
new
that.
one
And
gonna
you
be
play
heat, though.
It has all the
all
classic
that shit.
minis, and you can play everything online. Like what the fuck, man? So yeah, there's that, man. Mario Party Superstars. So that's the announcement we missed. Yeah, but it did look good. But it's just kind of bullshit how they did that shit, man. It was kind of bullshit, but. Yeah, man. So, E3, we broke it down. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you're new. Subscribe to my channel, everybody's channel in the description below as well. We appreciate you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Alex, can you do the super chats real quick fly through them,
We're
and
gonna go
we'll
as
do the
fast
outros.
as we can.
And we're
Alright, here
gonna
we go.
get
You ready?
the hell out of here.
Ravenflow 9.99. Congrats, Kofi. Guardians of the Galaxy looks like recycled trash. It looks like they caught wind of the bad reception to Avengers and made the expansion to a full game. Julia Washington for the 5. Sidebar. Anyone notice Kid Smooth looks like Franklin the Turtle from the old Nickelodeon show?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He does. He does.
Unforgiven for $2. Give Jack his money. Hashtag Platinum sucks.
Yes, sir.
John the Don for $4.99. Platinum releases 3 bad games, then 1 banger. Has the audacity to say that they're the best action game developer. Kofi needs that fart noise. Notorious Nick, 5 Australian. Shout out to Kofi for the engagement. Fire emoji. If Kojima directed Silent Hill is announced, I'm going to lose my mind unless
That'd
these
be crazy.
fake Silent Hill fans out there. Code Obama for the $5. I think back in 2018, Kofi said that Xbox games wouldn't start popping until 2022. The man is looking like a prophet. I hope this game's deliver. Mr. Oshido for the $4.99. Is all Xbox Studios a collection better than Sony Studios? We don't know. We don't have their games out, so we don't know.
Yeah, none of their games are out, so we gotta wait and see. It could be, man. They got a 23. They got way more than PlayStation now, so let's wait and see. Yeah, we gotta see. Go ahead,
All right,
Alex.
Tony Esquire for the 5. Although new to PC gaming, I'm keeping it 100 about my brief experience. Sorry, Alex. Self-entitlement and piracy are holding back PC gaming, not console. Sounds like you need to get rid of your PC and stay on console. You probably overpaid for your GPU anyways. Brosi Brosum for the 5 Canadian. Halo Infinite looking like Halo 3 Remastered. Y'all are hyping it up like it's revolutionary.
It's beautiful.
Microsoft getting a free pass with Halo looking mid.
It's
Get the fuck out of here.
out of here. Yeah, the game is look visually. It obviously, wait, real quick. Visually, obviously, it's not blowing man's minds like visually. It's not the best looking game, but the game. It's the game. The art direction of the game is literally fucking perfect. It looks like how a Halo game should look like. Yeah, maybe could the grass look like Ghost of Tsushima or be a little better? Of course. But I'm so happy. And it's not even just the look of the game too. It's the way the game played, which made me extremely happy too. Looking at it, like the gameplay looked so fucking good, and that's what something wrong with y'all boys. Like like I said, I played Ratchet and Clank, and after all the visuals fell off, like the game was just okay. At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to the gameplay, and that gameplay was looking right. I could tell that gameplay was looking right. But continue, Alex.
Day for the 5 Canadian. Alex, have you checked out the Windows 11 leaks? I've seen them. I will not be installing Windows 11 with the leak. Big Daddy X for $2. What will you be eating on your honeymoon?
Whoa.
Would I be eating on my honeymoon? Oh man, 2 cheeks. Oh man, that's it, man.
He must have been
Fox-
listening to Off the Record.
Fox Unit Gray Fox for $10. Joe Staten said Halo is content complete and that he played the campaign from start to finish, and that 343 is currently in the polishing phase. It's definitely coming out this year with campaign.
Hopefully.
Andrew Wilkins for the 5. Xbox's E3 was damn pitiful again. You sure you saw the same one we saw? They stayed depending on mid-ass Forza games, and last year Forza's sold
Forza's
horribly.
not mid.
Halo's
Who cares about
multiplayer looks
sales?
like OG. Looks like OG Xbox graphics. You need to go to the eye doctor and get your eyes checked, Andrew.
Listen. We
Xbox?
talk about sales on the podcast for like thing, but at the end of the day, the game was fucking fantastic. Who cares? I don't even know what Forza Horizon 4 sold. I quite frankly don't really care too tough, but that shit was amazing. That shit was a great fucking game, and Halo looks good. You could tell he probably don't fuck with these games, which is cool if you don't fuck with them. That's all you gotta say. I don't fuck with these games, man.
Andrew Wilkins again for another $5. Bethesda showing a C-, Game Pass showing a C, Xbox showing a D. I want you to keep breathing in the copium as hard as you possibly can. Tony for the $5. Am I crazy, but aren't developers losing money to this Game Pass nonsense? MS is showing a 1 out of 10, and SEAL Team 6 should deploy Phil Spencer's house.
What the fuck?
Microsoft.
What the fuck? What the fuck is he talking?
Microsoft is paying them.
Yeah.
Like they get paid.
Yeah, a lump sum of money, like a lump sum to have it. For a time period, Alex. They get a lump sum for a time period. That's the business model, bro.
He's just a
want Phil.
person to come down on Phil.
He want Phil removed from the earth.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Is that
sounds like a lot
Omeziago?
of dudes.
Is that Omeziago or some shit?
That's Tony.
No, that was
Esquire.
Tony Esquire. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a lot of Sony dudes. It sounds like a lot of the chat is just really heavy on the copium today, boy. You guys trying to cope. A hop for the 5. 7 out of 10 is too safe of a score. Y'all got to grade it. 1 out of 10 can't pick 7. Kevin Samuel. Bitch, I can pick whatever score I want. Thank you for your money, dumb bitch.
Oh,
Tony
Jesus.
Esquire for the 5. I'm gonna let Kofi live with his Microsoft score because he's trapped in Canada. In Miami, however, we demand excellence, and BF6 was all MS delivered. #trash. Bitch, thank you for your $20. Keep inhaling that copium.
Shout out to
Max
Tony,
B
man.
for $2 New Zealand. Alex, thoughts on the SMTV protagonist? I think she looks cool. Whatever, it's purple hair.
That was a girl?
You didn't think that was a girl?
That was a girl?
You didn't think that,
Yeah, that was
was a
definitely
girl?
a girl.
It's a
Wow, I
girl.
thought that was a guy the whole time. I'm bugging.
What?
The whole
Yeah,
time I thought that was a
didn't know
boy.
that.
You said you want the fuck when we was talking about it. Though. What?
Wait. I never said that. You lying. You lying, bro. You lying. I never said that. Go ahead, Alex.
Max B for $2 New Zealand dollars. Alex thoughts. Okay. Ravenflow $2.99. MS1 E3. The bar was very low this year. Yeah, it was.
Absolutely.
Sofa Spy for $2. A Moment of Silence for Bayonetta 3 and MP4. That's good.
Metroid Prime 4.
Ruffle Mutt, $4.99. It's gonna be narrative heavy and darker. Anuma confirmed it. Cinematic, I don't know, but I
No
wouldn't be
cinematic.
surprised to hear more voice acting in Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
Same old 23 for $9.99. Only reason why I'm looking forward to Mario Party Superstars is because they have boards and minigames. They have 64 Mario Parties, which are all the goats. So I'll be picking it up. How about this hot take? Mario Party is a bad series. It's a bad set of games.
Whoa.
Don't fucking.
You're
All right,
wrong.
end the
You're
podcast.
wrong.
End the podcast.
You're
End the
wrong.
podcast.
Hold on.
End the podcast.
Mario Party's fucking bad. It's
All right,
bad.
We're not doing this. We're not
Throw it
doing
in the
this. End the
fucking
podcast.
trash.
End the podcast, man. It was great talking with y'all, man. It was great doing it. Alex is bugging. All right, let's go ahead and do the outros, man. It's been a long show. Big shout out to our guest RGT for pulling up, man. I always appreciate that when the big YouTubers come by and pay a visit to the smaller guys, man. We appreciate you for that, man. Staying humble and stuff, man. We appreciate you, man. So thank you for pulling up.
I'm just an average person who talks about video games. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Had a great time.
man.
Very fun conversations. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, and let's start with our panel. We're gonna start with J-Man. Do your outro.
Yes, sir. Definitely appreciate RGT for pulling up on us. He's definitely bad luck because the Nets did take the L
Game
tonight.
7, man.
But game 7 is going down. I already picked Nets in 7 from the beginning, and it's bound to happen. All right, we got this. So have no fear. We'll see y'all in the Eastern Conference Finals. Follow me on Twitter, of course, at JMain518, YouTube as well. We streaming more Ratchet tomorrow. So get in tune with your boy, and you have a blessed weekend, man. Yeah.
Yes,
Fuck
sir.
RGT.
We got a super chat from Jazzy Jefferson. He says, Kofi, the SMT5 protagonist is a dude. So damn, Alex.
I thought it
man,
was a
you
girl.
got me. I thought it was a guy the whole time.
What?
Who cares?
Wait,
Doesn't
J-Man,
matter. None of it
J-Man,
matters.
you thought it was
Wait
a
a
boy or
minute,
girl?
why you so upset, bro?
Why you shocked?
Do you see this nigga? He's pretty as fuck.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
we got another one.
No,
got another one.
yo, look at this thumbnail.
so
dog.
Yeah,
J-Man,
the whole
not
time I
only-
thought it was a
Got
boy,
another
man.
one.
Yo,
So,
look
J-Man,
at
not
this
only are
thumbnail.
you a furry, but you're also
Oh,
gay
that's a-
now.
That dude look. Wait a minute. That dude look like a one. Is that the main character though?
Yeah, when he's in transformed or like when he's transformed.
That dude.
I
look
thought it was a
like-
boy.
that dude-
Transformer
that dude
mode
look-
gotta
that
be
dude
a
look like
female.
woman. Yeah,
It's
that
the
dude like a woman.
eyelashes.
Yeah.
eyelashes.
Bro, you see them eyelashes, yo?
Yeah.
Hey
They're
man, you got the
beautiful.
Shit's
yeah,
long.
man.
Tony
Flowy as
Esquire. Tony
Wow.
Esquire for the 5 at the end. He says, "It's just fun, Alex. Why are you so serious? I'm just
Actually, he's
fucking
joking
with
too.
you, bro.
He's joking too, man.
You're in my stream every single day. You know I'm fucking with you. Come on, fam.
He's joking.
Did you
too,
finally build
man.
your PC? You gotta let me know.
Alex, go ahead and do your outro while you're at it.
All right, y'all. Tomorrow, CS:GO. More silver bullshit. More idiotic behavior. More daily uploads and content. Subscribe. Check out the Patreon. Patreon.com/PressStartPod.
And last but not least, my guy Jack. A whole lot of Xbox and Nintendo talk today, Jack. I'm sorry, man, but it is what it is.
Almost
man. I
passed
know.
away from boredom, man. Yeah, man. All right, so appreciate the guest RGT for coming through. Burger King enthusiast. Appreciate him for
Sir.
coming through.
That chicken sandwich, yes, sir.
It wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Jack Moo Johnny, getting tuned. Jiggy merch, new logos coming soon. Gator Boys a preview. They feeling them, so we're gonna
Fire.
get that done
Yes,
for
yes,
y'all. And
nice.
yeah, we out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Press Start Podcast can be found on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Big shout out to Nova for uploading the podcast there, and big shout out to Notorious Nicholas for doing the timestamps. We appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, y'all the heroes, man. Not all heroes wear capes. Y'all definitely heroes. We appreciate you. All right, so once again, check out our Patreon. We did Off the Record this Tuesday. Good podcast. So for $1, you could get a second podcast where we talk about a whole bunch of other shit. It's actually pretty funny, man. So check that out. So we about to get out of here. Do I have any other announcements? No, man. Subscribe, hit the like button, and that's it, man. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.